She might be.
And that boy is how old? What, 17?
17.
17.
Shout out to her, man. She did her job. Now he's playing football for Arsenal. Hey!
Sorry.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
Lord.
Everyone's journey is different, innit?
Shall we get started, folks?
I'm gonna have to turn to Joe Jackson without the beating of the kids.
Don't know if it works the same then. Really?
Without the beating of the kids.
I don't know.
We go week
I'm going to be a good dad.
So this episode actually started at 7 o'clock.
It's
as
okay
I
as
foresaw.
well.
That bill's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to chat to Mega downstairs. What's going on with you, man?
I don't know, man. Oh.
I don't know, man. No. Let's get started with today's episode. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you were listening. Hello, and welcome to episode 153 of Happen Then Some podcast. We are back in the building once again.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Straight into introductions is the Kesi, aka K's Boogie in the cut. What it do?
Is it the Kesi? Yes. It's Mr. Tariba. You already know who it is.
Yes.
And it's MBT corporate.
Woy.
Let's have it.
Because we mean business.
Let's have it. We still got that top button done.
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
You know, you sing that show. Shit.
Are you wearing a singlet?
No.
Oh, you don't wear singlet.
You wear singlet, don't you?
Nips out to work.
You wear singlet.
Do you wear a singlet to work?
I wear singlet.
Why are we calling it
that's
singlet?
disgusting.
Do you wear a vest to work?
I wear singlet. Yeah.
And it's white vest.
So
You see through your shirt.
No, come on,
So
man. My
everyone
shirt's
can
not
see it.
opaque.
But the thing is, you do not even wear proper shirts anyway.
I don't. Not anymore.
All right then. This guy wore Birkenstocks to the office last time.
No socks.
for real? No socks.
Like this. Bow. To the office.
You're lying.
And I had a meeting.
Man showed back
With
foot.
what trouser?
My linen trousers.
What?
And I had a meeting. And a t-shirt on top.
You could probably do that as well. It's just that you don't want to.
I probably could, but from Barclays, they always said you're never allowed to have your feet out for a health and safety thing. So no open
is
toes, and
that right?
obviously naturally no Birkenstocks. But I might try.
So
try
why
it.
am I seeing ladies around wearing flip-flops and
They're
sandals?
mad, man. They're
Yeah.
mad, and they're
Yeah.
also white.
You can never do that at my place.
No, forget it.
Nah, man, we
I wouldn't even
can't.
feel right. It wouldn't
I think
even
if they
feel
do
right.
that, they'll probably lock down the office.
Yeah, 100%.
Biohazard.
No,
Just
100%.
lock you in one room, isolation.
No bloody
You see.
way.
And the thing is, because your CEO is actually in your office, they're based in your office. You can't be doing stuff like that.
My CEO is not in my office. My CIO is in the office. The CEO,
Oh, his CEO is not in
if
the
if the CEO was in the office,
No?
everybody is wearing a double breast and is wearing
His
a
CEO
waistcoat
can't-
underneath. Are
his
you
CEO
kidding me?
can't be in the
You
office.
could, if he's in the office,
No.
nobody.
Why did I think he was in the
bloody
office?
You think I'm doing this? I'm wearing tie, bow
I'll
tie.
be so
A
rude.
bow tie.
His
Seriously.
organisation, I'm not going to call it a company, his organisation, the CEO
Yeah,
is not going to be in the
fair,
office.
Yeah, man.
fair.
Yeah, he's somewhere in like
Switzerland.
yeah,
Monaco.
Definitely
something like
Geneva.
that. Yeah.
Definitely got to be
Golly,
Geneva.
Where's
man.
that place in what's that show that we watched? It's coming.
We ain't going to get there, are we?
It's coming.
You sure?
The dad's a prick. He dies. The kids, Kendall, dumbass.
Oh,
Love
Succession.
Island?
Love
Oh,
Island.
sorry, you said Kendall.
Whoa!
Succession.
The dad's a prick.
Amalfi Coast.
He died.
Amalfi Coast. I'm with you. Lake
Love
Como.
Island.
Lake Como.
Who the heck died in Love Island?
Yeah,
and
but-
whose dad's a prick?
Lake
So
Como.
mad.
Lake
Yeah,
Como.
they've got a foul house there, by the way.
Who? Succession.
Nope.
Love Island.
Oh, okay. CEO.
CEO.
Come on, man.
It's got a fat
In
on.
Lake
What is
Como.
wrong with you at
Yeah,
Love
man.
Island?
He said he's got a fat house, and I'm thinking the villa.
Nothing but fat box. There ain't no fat houses.
All right, can we get started? Can we get started with today's episode, please?
Let's go.
Okay, so guys, you know it, you love it. It's time for a table.
Ole, ole, ole.
It was nice getting involved with you guys.
No,
That was
for
kinda
once,
cool.
yeah,
I might
you
try
don't.
that again.
What, you feeling too cool for school?
Maybe in the outro. I just usually do the table. Straight as you respond.
Fair.
I might get in there.
Why not?
I quite like that.
Don't.
Okay, well, if you're listening, it will do you well to come on down to YouTube Town where you can see these trainers in a what?
In real life.
But if you're already here, you would know that it's not trainers at the moment.
Yeah, man.
Okay, but if you can't make it down, no worries.
It's a play.
It's a blip blip. We will introduce it as always. I will describe it the best I can.
That does not sound okay.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't. It's a big fat pause.
Poo.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so for those who can see what's on the screen, hi. But for those who cannot, this is a haul of sorts. Mr. Tariba headed on down to the Issey Miyake sample cell.
Please say, upon please say.
Toby, do you want to take it away?
I do.
Please.
Yeah, show those culottes first.
I beat the robots.
Okay,
I
tell
beat
us.
the robots. I got a ticket first class in show.
Well, technically, did you? Because with everything that you told me that could have been in that place that you missed out on, I don't think you beat no robot.
I'll be real. I'll get there because I did exactly what everyone else did. I just did it slightly later.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead, Toby.
I arrived at the queue. I was like the 10th person in the queue.
Oh, really?
The queue was insane.
Insanely long.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. So if you haven't been to the box sample sales before, there's people that have tickets and there's people that don't have tickets. If you go on a day which they're doing ticketed, don't waste your time unless you were there the day before or 3 a.m.
100%, because the Congolese uncle, he is there before you.
Man.
There's a lot of people that arrived. There's a lot of people, but ultimately I was in ticketed line, thank God. Shout out Black Scambino. He was in the unticketed line, but he was a smart person that got there super early.
Yeah.
Not super early.
Do you know what time he got there?
I think he got there around 7:30, 8.
Oh, and where was he in the queue?
You were second.
Wow.
Yeah, it's mad, right?
So did he get inside?
Yeah.
Oh.
After me.
Oh, at what time? Like before
At
12?
an hour after. Like when the second slots came in, he got in.
Wait, so that was an hour after you had left?
After my time slot.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's done at 12.
Yeah.
He got in at 12.
You got in like 12:10 or so.
That is mad.
Well
That's what you have to do to get in, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They only let in like 4 people at that point.
From the non-ticketed
Yeah.
side.
That's
from
what they
non-ticketed
do.
side. So there was like a line that went all the way down the back round the corner.
Do you know what they got?
Who?
Dilly squat.
The people that were probably 20 places behind him are still there now. They have not got in. That's how bad it is. Anyway,
They didn't get no police.
I got in, and the amount of stuff that was on sale,
It was better than last year's police.
they had a plethora of stuff.
Last year's police was shit.
It's nothing but bow
Last
bags.
year's pre-sale was terrible, but we got there in the unticketed line.
Yeah.
very
That's
late.
true. We got there at like 3 p.m.
Yeah. I got in there and I was able to have 2 hands full worth of police colours.
Toby even had time to put stuff on a rack and show me and everything.
Jason Moss.
Says more.
I think this is Dark Sage.
This is Dark Sage. He says from the right corner of his mouth. Dark Sage.
Yeah, so we got some Dark Shade police shades which are for sale because they're the wrong bottoms. They come up as capris for me. So if you're into capris, you guys like to wear.
Come on, sell it, Toby. Come on, they're ankle length. Ankle length. Are
yes.
they wide leg?
They are. They got extra packaging. Extra shuku if you need it.
Do you know
Ain't
what?
never gonna sell this trouser.
Do you know what is so mad, yeah, is that it should have come to mind.
Right.
When you told me that they were wide leg, I should have told you.
That is not the
Because
one.
remember when I first was into plissé,
Yeah.
and I wanted to make sure it dropped down to the bottom like the weekday trousers. They never did that for me. So I should have said, Toby,
I was
don't
expecting
mind
them to
it.
be the baggy ones. I really want the baggy.
Okay.
This is not it. But they're still just as good. As you can see, Dark Shade.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
selling them
The
if you
colour's
want.
nice.
Hit me up.
In the size.
3.
There you go.
Which is
Yeah.
about a large, waist 34.
no, well, it's a large.
It's
upwards.
flexible.
Large
Yeah,
uppers. Yeah, flexible. I
flexible.
can still wear this, by
Yeah.
the way. Just that I don't want to. Anyway, next pair.
Okay, to the left of us, we have MBT. Would you like to describe this pair, or Toby? Would you like to take
That
it?
is that forest grain.
Okay.
That's that forest grain.
Okay. So, what color would you describe this, Toby?
Forest grain.
I will call this emerald.
Emerald.
I hear it.
Chabena.
So these are mine.
Okay, Michael Bad.
These
This
are
is
mine.
the correct pair.
Yes.
Yeah.
The correct pair, please, says. Oh, sorry, pricing. I'm not going to tell you the actual price. I'm selling this.
Yep.
But that price was reasonable. Less than half the price that you'll get from the shops. Put it
Okay.
So this trouser is mine. Yeah, thank you, Toby.
No worries.
Thank you for the exchange. So this trouser is my trouser to add into the collection. I got a black and I've got this one as well. The reason why I got this because I thought it would be a nice contrast with the blazer and with the black that I've got.
Yeah,
and
okay,
also
nice.
with the grey, it looks stunning. So that's why I've got this color.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you, Toby.
for
Back to the studio.
anyone that's new to Plissé, or anyone that doesn't have Plissé is the most interchangeable outfit
My goodness.
ever. Like it's perfection.
Look, I think
Anyway,
Casey's even missing
going
out as
on
well.
to the pedestal
Wait,
to delete
before you continue. So, the good thing about Plissé is Plissé you can dress it up, you can dress it down. man.
Can we stop banging the table?
It's
please?
great. It really is.
The table's even shaking.
Yeah, 100%.
To the
No,
pedestal.
sorry, no.
Not quite yet,
it's a
Toby.
really great brand. For many of you that are sleeping on Plissé, continue sleeping on Plissé because we're gonna keep buying the shop.
I do also want to clarify that when you say plissé, you're talking about on plissé and
Indeed.
not plissé the material, because plissé is a general term for this type of fabric.
Oh,
Indeed.
but this is the material, and this is what I'm talking about. The
But this is
Plissé.
on plissé.
No, this is Isimiaki.
Well, then you should say that.
You should have said it as well.
I did.
No,
Thank
you said
MBT.
you said home.
Is that not the name of the brand?
No, it's
Elizabeth.
Isimiaki.
Okay, Isimiaki. On plissé, is that not the name of the collection?
Oh, you said the full name. Thank you. You got it correct now.
All right. and
On
you
the
never
pedestal
did. Thank
today.
you. And on the pedestal today.
No, it does.
Is it-
No,
is it a paparazzi?
no.
There you
No,
go.
it does deserve it because
No, it's not about you.
Okay.
Toby, take it away.
I'm showing you a green apple.
Okay, this is a green apple.
Green apple.
wait, is that one? Is this?
Toby, please introduce it.
Wait,
It is
wait,
not.
is this the same color as the T-shirt I've got, or is this
No,
No, yours
chance.
teacher's
is
more
lime.
volt.
really?
Yeah.
Yes, very much fault.
I'm not gonna lie. As I'm looking at that more and more, I really like it.
Yeah,
Moi
it's
moi.
very nice.
No,
Moi,
no,
moi,
that-
moi.
that's the moi moi.
Look at that boy.
That is the moi moi.
That's the moi moi.
That is the moi moi.
That's the moi moi that stupid
Yeah,
face
yeah,
tried to get
yeah,
us.
yeah.
It's beautiful. Green apple hoodie. It's a star of the show.
Yes.
There was actually another star of the show, which was a pink zip up. Guys, I would
Was it like a margin boo pink?
I would have
I'll show you what
that
it is.
camera on.
I'll show you what it
It
is.
was delicious. The price wasn't. It was down to $220. That's not sample
But-
sale pricing.
Okay, but what was the retail price?
Retail for that I think is about $450.
No, it's about free something.
No, it's not $350.
Huh?
No, it's not the one that you're thinking. It's not the standard. No, this one.
No.
This one
Wait.
had base to it.
Okay,
No.
so Toby, tell us about this hoodie.
So
It's
this
this one.
hoodie is.
Is it not like that one?
I can't see it. Content not available.
That one there, corner.
Gone now. I can't see.
No,
Yes, it is that one.
it's that one.
Yeah,
okay.
it is. Delicious.
Yeah.
It was spectacular. Star of the show. And I wish I found some cream bottoms to go with it because you guys don't even understand. You don't know what's going on. Anyway, this hoodie is the second hoodie I've got from Plissé.
On plissé.
Home Plissé. Shout out Jason Cup. I wore the blue one recently.
Shout out Jason
And
Cup.
It's just perfect. It can be layered with anything and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Shorts, trousers, track bottoms.
Yep.
It's just what you need in your wardrobe. Might be a bit pricey, but trust me, you're never gonna be annoyed at the fact that you pay that price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
How much
Yeah.
did I buy this specific one for? $180. I think retail on these are about $4.
bad.
4 or 5 bills.
No,
So-
they're
Not bad.
a bit more.
Yeah, about 4 or
for
5
some-
bills.
For some reason, the hoodie, the blazer, the track jackets are just stupid
prices,
man.
Yeah.
Stupid prices. But ultimately, there were some really good gems there. Loads of people got great things there. I would definitely want to go back, but I know my bank account wouldn't let me. So I'll let everyone else go there for me.
Yeah, Isimiaki is definitely is such a great brand.
Yeah.
I slept on it, and now that I've invested a bit of cash, quite a bit of cash.
He slept on it. He woke up. He hasn't gone to bed since.
Oh, no,
Just
100%.
bye.
But
I ain't
it's-
sleeping
it's
on nothing.
investment pieces.
It really
Fair.
is because it can be. It can actually.
I can't emphasize more how much it can be dressed up and dressed down.
Mate,
I really can't.
look when he thought of this, he was like, "Fuck, man."
I got to there.
Yeah,
he's like,
there's
"Fuck,
something
man."
here.
Because
Like, for real.
this thing can actually be worn. Look, you can do whatever you want with it.
That's fair.
And you could never look bummy.
Never.
That's fair.
Even if I wear a tracksuit, I look good.
So it's Miyake, please sponsor us.
Yeah, no, you have no choice but to.
Please.
Look at the boys.
The boys.
Okay, well, shout out to the boys. And that brings us to the end of Teba's Trainer.
Tables.
Plissé edition.
Yeah, man.
Please.
All right, guys. Every single week we come the latest news about music, fashion, what's popping in the culture.
Bow, bow, bow.
Okay,
Table
so
really creaky.
No, it is.
Because
Nah.
you man are shaking the table.
yeah, we're having a good time.
All right.
Anyway, the party's bumping. Okay, so
Party's at it.
first thing on the list is we don't know whether this is a good thing. We don't know whether this is a bad thing. But that old hag is out of the White House.
Whoa.
So Joe Biden has decided to step down from the White House. He should have done this at least 2 to 3 years ago because that Anyway,
To be clear, he hasn't stepped down from the White House.
Yeah.
He's just stepped down from the next 2024 presidency campaign.
Oh, so he's still
presidente.
president.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm sorry for the US.
He said he was not going to win once they falsified that shooting with Donald Trump.
Yeah, fair.
No, he was Is that what he said?
No, that's
No.
what I'm saying.
No, the thing is
that.
about Joe Biden, yeah, is that when this guy got elected, yeah, the whole world was screaming.
They weren't
Yeah.
screaming.
No.
Everyone knew he was on a lifeline.
No. We knew he was on a lifeline after like the first or two press shows.
yeah, true.
When he first got in, everyone was so happy he was getting him because no one
We
wanted
did it,
Trump in.
Joe.
Yeah.
We did it, Joe.
Yeah, no one wanted Trump in.
Yep.
Then we saw that this guy had a bit of memory loss.
He was a little bit senile.
Wait, was Trump a president?
Yeah, before him.
Yes.
Oh, Lord, I must.
I know, it was not a fever
Yes.
dream. That's what I'm saying. It's as if America is regressing.
I know, and he got and he was
president.
was he impeached? He was impeached.
No,
I know he wasn't impeached.
He ran his full term.
Yeah, he
Did
ran
he?
his full course.
Ran his
Yeah,
full
yeah.
Barely.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Because at the end we were trying to impeach him. Yeah, and I'm not even a US citizen.
after that whole scenario with the Capitol, the shit that happened at the Capitol.
Yeah.
Remember January 6th?
When he told them to go and storm the Capitol, and they did.
Right.
Can you imagine? Like, what are we actually doing
and
here?
he's about to win this time round after that madness.
Can I ask you guys a
America's
question?
fake.
No, it's not fake. Sorry, America's not fake. America is just coming out for what they are.
Yeah, for what they truly
which is
are.
Hollywood.
Yeah, nasty.
Yeah.
America is Hollywood. Hollywood's America.
Yeah.
No,
That's fair.
everything that happens in America is a bloody movie. That shooting
I hear it.
recently is a movie.
Oh God, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
yeah.
my guy.
No, that was a joke. Do you know what? Anyway, let me not say anything. So what I want to say right now, yeah, because the question just came into my mind. When was the last time the US had a sane president?
Obama.
Yeah.
But even with Obama,
He wasn't really saying, was he?
Yeah, I think he was.
That nigga's
Obviously, he was for the
You don't think
he
so?
was for the most part, but it just in terms of from like a war perspective.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel
He
like
just wasn't
America's
a bite
so
for war.
finished. No, I feel like America's so finished. There's nothing that any good president can do anyway because
It's beyond
America
repair.
are so locked in with Israel, free Palestine, and
With Zelensky.
yeah, with all that, man. I just don't feel like there's anything that any president, even if we had Jeremy Corbyn here as the US president, I still feel like America's just too far beyond repair.
Can I be real? I feel like America's so done out that they hold on to the fact that they have influence over people.
Yeah,
and that's
that's
what
it.
they have.
Yeah.
That's
They
what
have
they can
influence in the sense that, they could be like, yeah, we'll support you for your war, but you don't really have the power that you feel like you
Absolutely.
had.
No.
You're not one of the great countries that is producing
No.
amazing people, amazing things, selling amazing products everywhere.
The American dreams down the toilet.
You haven't got hold of many of these African nations and these Arab nations, but like you did before, you guys are not that guy anymore.
You ain't got the juice like that
Yeah.
no more.
So they're just doing mad stuff. Like,
Damn,
your country it needs repairing.
it's in tatters.
Do you know what? I think we've got a false representation of wealth in this world right now. Because the US feel like they've got the bank. They don't have the bank.
They do.
I feel like
More,
it's not.
sorry. Go.
Thank you. I don't think that it's just in regards to wealth. I think that the United States and the Western world have been and will continue to represent everything falsely. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
When you think about like the Middle East, Africa, anywhere outside of the West, they always say the same thing, which is what you've just said. Like, that's not really what it's like, or that's not what it is. We see how much, like, what Toby just said is that the US, but also the UK and the West in general,
The
all
UK
they
is
bank
finished as
on
well, man.
is the fact that they were once this,
Yeah.
and they hold that influence over our heads. But really and truly, the quality of living across the West is pants.
It's
terrible.
terrible. And
It's
you know,
terrible.
the thing is, yeah, the only reason why the US and the West had that power is because it was just by luck, by the way.
It was luck and fearmongering.
It was luck.
It was fear mongering.
That's all it was.
It was fear mongering.
That's
It
what
was
it was.
fear. It was actually fear mongering.
They acted like
and
they had
their ability
something.
to bully.
They acted like they had something. They had guns.
Yeah,
That's all
Facts.
they had.
They just went in there, colonialism. That's
If they went
Basically.
toe to toe with any of these nations, fist fighting. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it would have been a.
But why should I use fists when I can use guns?
That's the thing. No, but that's the thing. That's what they did, though.
Fair.
You know what I mean? If guns were not a thing, come on.
Yep.
Come
true.
on.
It's true.
Yeah, facts.
It's true. Next
Sad,
thing on the list is Ronnie Feig. Now, Ronnie Feig is
correct?
Yeah, Ronnie Feig.
I don't know how to pronounce
or
it.
Ronnie Feig or Ronnie Feig.
Mr. Ronnie. Ronnie
Anyway,
himself.
So Ronnie Feig.
Ronnie, my man.
Sorry, but for those that don't know who Ronnie Feig is or Ronnie Feig,
Ronnie
please
F.
correct me.
Anyway,
Ronnie F.
he is the owner of Kith,
Yeah.
a great brand in the town of New York, and he is also
City.
yeah, it's a town
Definitely
town in New York, and he is also a huge collaborator with many brands. This is not even his first collection. This is probably his third or fourth collection with the brand Asics, and he is now putting a spin on Marvel and Asics. So he's releasing a 4-pair collection of Asics. I don't know all the different models. I don't know if anyone can bring it up.
GT2 190, I think was one of them.
Woo.
Yep, there's the Cayano 14s.
I think the rest are GTs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like GTs.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rest are all GTs, but there's one Kayano for Silver Surfer.
Yeah, and I'm
Love the Silver Surfer.
so
Love it.
So basically, Toby sent that into the chat,
Yeah.
and I was like, the first thing I said, yeah, I gotta get a Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
I don't want that shoe no more.
Yeah.
That shoe when I saw it live and
Live
close, I don't want that
It's
shoe.
it's a bit silver.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Ooh, it's iridescent.
it's a bit much.
It's nice.
Yeah.
But I
No,
don't-
it's not for me. For anybody that's watched Harry Potter, remember unicorn blood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's
But that- but
it's a bit much. I mean,
It's a bit too much.
you know
for
what
me.
the thing is? Yeah, I like the fact that they said, okay, let's make a. Okay, so by the way, they're doing it for Marvel characters.
Yes.
So Marvel villains specifically. So Silver
No.
Surfer is Marvel villains,
Yeah.
I think.
No, not yeah. It
And
is.
Spider-Man Uncle?
Is it the Black Spider-Man?
Is he not Marvel?
Yeah, but he's not a villain.
No, he's not a villain.
I thought it was
but
a villain collection,
So the.
Silver
You go on.
Surfer, come on.
Silver Surfer was
He
Silver
was,
Surfer
he
was a
turned
villain.
good.
Oh, excuse me. I stand corrected. It's the supervillains collection.
There you go.
Thank you.
I don't know what the Spider-Man one is.
No,
but-
Spider-Man was once a villain at one point. Remember when he put on the black suit?
Yeah, the Black Spider-Man.
But
yeah.
then it should be black.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, you know Ronnie Feig.
either way, the Silver Surfer pair, I get it. Like, yes, it's silver, so you have to go all the way.
Of course.
But it's just like it's
a bit too much.
Yeah,
It's a bit too much
for me.
Yeah, it starts to be a game.
Yeah. So they've also got Magneto.
The Magneto pairs.
Okay, so I think the
stunning.
red and blue. Am I bugging? The Magneto one is the purple one?
Purple.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Purple,
Please
yeah.
forgive me.
Magnetos are cold. Green Goblins.
Green Goblin's cold.
Sensation.
Ooh, the Green Goblin.
Sensational.
Yummy, yum, yum.
My personal favorite is I forgot the character's name now.
You don't want to change the story for
Venom?
that one.
No, it's Venom the Black pair.
The black and blue.
Black and Blue's not Venom, is it?
No, I don't think so. But Casey just came off of it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't have the names. I was trying to get
There's a
the-
black and blue pair which I absolutely love. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fact that I need a pair of black shoes. in
No,
my
I
collection.
know. I do know what it is, but the black and blue pair is fantastic.
Yeah, so the pairs that I'm currently looking at the moment is the...
Okay, we've got them on screen.
It is
Yeah,
the Venom.
That is cold.
So it is the
So
Venom. isn't
cold.
it?
It's the Venom, yeah.
So Magneto. I'm actually gonna put them on the screen. So the Magneto pair
Yeah.
is the purple pair.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Then we have the Silver Surfers,
Yep,
which
not that
are
red.
silver gel Kayano 14s, and then we have the black and blue pair, which Toby was just talking about. Love these. These are the GT2 160 Venom pair.
Reminds me
Love,
of
love.
the SKs.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I
Same
get that.
kind of,
and
iridescent look.
then we've got the Spider-Man, the Spider-Man GT2 160s as well. Not really too sure why it's called a
Yeah, I'm a bit confused in that one.
Yeah, he was a bit lost in that.
but that's fine.
But then
Maybe
the
he was a villain
green
in this comic. But the
Goblins.
Green Goblins,
Wow.
also a GT2 160. Wow,
Beautiful.
The
Wow.
use
Beautiful.
of color here,
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
amazing.
Do you know what else is beautiful about this whole picture?
Yeah.
Is the Patek.
I need you to focus.
5711.
I'm guessing that's Ronnie's hand then.
Yeah, it's Ronnie.
Bro.
Ronnie. Yes.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah, something that I should also make you guys aware. He has a beautiful watch collection. Check
This
it
is
out.
Mr. MBT, our connoisseur, our watch connoisseur.
Oh, he's got a beautiful watch collection. I'm going to send it to you. I've watched it at least 3 or 4
I'll
times.
happily watch
Goodness
it. Yes.
sake.
But
back
yes.
to the shoes.
Yes,
they
please.
they come with a really big playing card.
Yep.
For each character too.
I thought it was a comic.
No, it's a
No,
playing card. I
yeah.
think.
Oh, well, that's really nice.
Which is a lovely touch.
Yeah, it's a great
One
spin
thing-
on it.
One
Bring
thing
back
Kif
fun
is gonna do.
collections.
One thing Kif is gonna do is do a seriously fun collection.
So him and Teddy Santis right now, yeah. Lord have mercy.
What's Teddy been doing?
Teddy's been doing New
New
Balance.
Balance, remember?
He's the creative director for New Balance.
Yeah, what's he doing?
No, but in regards to how, so since he's been releasing a lot of the collections through obviously being the creative director,
Yeah.
there's obviously been a surgence with New Balance. New Balance is obviously taking they're what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? They're really spearheading things because Nike at the moment, I'm not gonna lie, Nike is having a bad time.
Do you think $1 million is correctly priced?
I do think $1 million is correctly priced.
You didn't need to do that.
She did.
She didn't need to do that.
Continue.
If you didn't say anything,
If you know, you know.
She didn't need to do that.
Yeah, go on.
You jukebox. Can you continue?
I do think ALD is correctly priced. I think
it's just that it's fair if you're priced out.
If you're priced out, you're priced out. If they wanted more customers, they could definitely reduce the price for sure. How much is a new Era cap from there?
£70.
That's not that bad.
No,
really, is
but
it?
then
But then you're looking at a new
knitted jersey's
Era cap.
$450.
All right.
You go on.
What jersey?
A knitted jersey's $450.
It doesn't need to be
They made a
$450.
leather jersey, 7 bills, 9 bills.
Have
All
you
of
seen
their-
the Nets knitted jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but I can't
It's like
spend four, five bills on that.
The thing is, it's like it's for me. Yeah, I'm so silly because every time they do a drop, I've run
You're there, you're
and I'm
there.
shocked at the
Yeah.
price. I'm just like, why am I shocked?
100%.
I don't know why I'm shocked here. Like I know what I'm
Every
getting.
single time.
Like you see a T-shirt, you scroll down 175. It's like, whoa, okay. Like how did we get here?
Mate.
But do you, on that question though, do you feel like they're operating their business well? Because I'm thinking they've got minimal stores.
Yeah.
They've got really unique.
Each store is basically curated for the area.
Exactly. And I feel like they're still popular enough that people will spend the money. And I also think that they've got a really good link with like celebrities as well. So I do kind of feel like they're covered.
Well, once again, I feel like it's one of those ones where until they open up the can and you peep inside, you don't really know what's
You
happening.
don't know
What,
what's
with
going
Because
on.
really and truly, it could be, I don't know, but how am I going to a website and I see things sold out, but are they really and truly sold out?
Maybe
Did
they're
you
making
have
minimal.
one of each item?
Exactly.
Or is it that you're actually not selling out? It's just that because there's a drop coming, you'll just clear it all off, act like it's sold out, then they end up doing a sale, and a load of stock comes back on the sale, which was supposed to have been sold out. You get what I mean? So my thing is that, are you running... Your overheads might be running a bit too high,
Yeah.
and you're trying to price yourself in a way that you are trying to make it look like you are this really, really high-end brand, which they are high-end brand, but ultimately that could be messing you up at the same time because your products are not selling out the way you're supposed to expect them to be selling out.
Yeah,
And you're just
fair.
holding on to stock for the sake of it.
Fair. I think the thing with $1 million, where Army Louis, anyway, I'm not gonna say it. ALD.
Sorry, guys.
The good thing about them is their brand itself. I feel like the way they've designed their brand is so beautiful. It's giving me like rich luxury street backdoor New York vibes.
Yeah.
which works so well with them.
Yeah.
and I think the market for them is just like anyone that's in street culture that wants that elevated like luxury street.
100%.
So I'm not ever confused why there's
They
certain
price the way they
pieces.
do.
They are priced the way they. I no wait. I do feel like they should reduce the price a bit. So for example, that knit jersey that's about $4 or $5. I think if
If it was $290.
if it was $250 free bills, I'll be like,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I did my discount on top. That's mine.
Well,
but
I feel at the same time, off the back of that though, is that you've also got to remember, I feel like $1 million is a place where you're supposed to get pieces. You're not supposed to go there and get like 20
buy,
items
yeah.
at once.
True.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
supposed to be that you got this one-off piece from this collection, which is cold. It's going to be
Yeah.
really great quality. It's going to
Yeah.
be something you're not going to be able to find anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
kind of stuff, like,
Yeah.
and it's elevated. So you might be able to find other American football jerseys out there, but you're not going to be able to find another leather one that looks like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
fair.
fair.
So
I agree.
I guess that's why they price it that way. Is that when you're
Yeah.
buying it, we're not expecting you to come and blow the
Buy
bag in this
everything.
place. We're expecting you to come and get pieces and be good
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
you buy a hat now, every now and then, and it's like, look, you're gonna always go back and get a really cool hat from them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
their hats are great. Their hats are great. Their clothing is great, and I think what plays into their brand as well is even that coffee shop that they have.
Oh, yeah.
They
Aesthetically, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the whole brand and the whole store and everything.
Their
aesthetically.
aesthetics, 10
Sweet.
out of 10.
Sweet.
Saying the drinks taste like ass
Oh
water.
yeah. the drinks are not
Well,
great.
if you get the
Ass water.
caramel the what's it called the ice latte and you tell them
with
to
the
make
brown
it
sugar.
sweat.
All they do is
Look at
chuck
what you have to do.
brown
Yeah.
sugar at the bottom.
You should have done
What's
it.
their problem with that?
Yeah, just crunch.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we're just too bougie. We don't do syrups.
yeah.
Will brown sugar be all right? No, I
can't
want
lie,
caramel
guys.
syrup.
Yeah, they need to work on their drinks. They really
Come on,
need to.
mate.
It's not the one.
but I'm not gonna lie. The cup it sits in, beautiful cup.
Of course, but you will suffer.
Sorry, yeah, you will suffer. I remember the first time we went in there, and we got a coffee. I'm telling you, that thing, it was like that black coffee that sheet that you told me to. I was like,
you drank it. Like, what the fuck is this?
I think I got a green tea, and I was like, how did you manage to ruin a green tea? God damn.
I think it's because of the first day. The baristas weren't baristas.
What do you have to do to a green tea? Just put the tea bag in hot water.
Yeah, they just use some really bad tea bags.
Water was hot for 3 hours.
They don't let it nurture inside.
And anyway, I feel like they gotta remember that we're British people. You can't fuck shit up like that.
Wrong.
Like, what do you mean? We will tell you about it.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Won't.
I prefer.
We walked out the store and drank anyway.
Said thanks, it was great.
Sorry. Do you know what I've noticed? I actually prefer. I've seen the way I drink coffee in the UK compared to when I drink coffee in places like Barcelona.
Barcelona.
I'm tired, man. Come on, I'm tired.
Barcelona.
Mental fatigue, please. Barcelona, Marseille, France, all these different places.
Marseille, France.
Yeah. Paris.
Why did you have to tell us that you travelled? What's going on?
I'm a globetrotter. So what I want to Rio as well. So what I want to say is that the way I've been drinking coffee in these different places is completely different to the way I drink coffee here.
To be fair, that is fair.
It is fair.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
Location makes a difference though.
Yeah, because I can't lie. I'm sorry, I have to do it now. The coffee that we drank in Brazil.
Hey, Toby, those nuts. Pause.
No,
yeah?
it's tonight.
They're
freaking cocoa beans, dog. It's coffee beans.
Yeah, but the location makes a difference. Drinks do taste different when you go somewhere else.
And the thing is, I don't even need a big coffee. It's a small shot.
Bring that coffee back to the UK and watch our shit.
I hear that. The UK is bad vibes.
It's not that it's just bad vibes. You're just so used to the surroundings. When you go to a different country, you're not used to that surroundings. So of course I'm going to get a coffee from some random place and be like, this is amazing.
No. The coffee actually is, because I wasn't even drinking coffee back then, but that coffee,
do you know what?
Oh Lord, it was smooth.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful. And the thing is,
cat does that thing with his skin.
At that time, Kesi wasn't actually a coffee drinker at that point in time. When she had that, I'm telling you, changed her life.
Yeah, man.
Change your life.
That's what I just said, you widow.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Because there was something I was going to say to Toby. You guys should, obviously, you don't have to, but you should definitely go Rio.
I don't know.
Come on, mate. What you did?
No, definitely go Rio.
Obviously, God willing, we'd all like to go back to, we'd like to go Rio, but hello? You should definitely spend 4 bags when you go. What the fuck?
100%.
But Rio wasn't 4 bags.
Rio wasn't expensive because we got a really good deal.
So take away flights. Take away the flights.
But the flights are about $1,000.
No.
Hello?
The flights are more than Nigeria.
Really? I don't think so. I don't think so. Check. Anyway, next on the list, well, Kesi's checking the prices of Rio. So, Supreme. So the thing is about Supreme now. Supreme is a dying dog. Yep, and they won't die. So the thing is, they were outsourced. Goodness, 1.4. They were purchased. They were purchased by an entity, and another entity has now purchased them. Honestly speaking, they have lost so much money right now.
So let's give it context.
They're a dying dog.
So back in 2020, Supreme was bought by VF Corp, who also they own Timberland and some other brands.
Yeah. I don't know why the brand that owns Timberland then went to go and buy Supreme.
Yeah, you can buy whatever you want this month.
Yeah, this is it. So anyway, they brought them out of the hole that they were in, and they bought them for $2.1 billion.
Yep.
And now, as of this year, they are being sold once again, and they are being bought for $1.5 billion.
$600 million drop.
Do you know what?
In cash.
Do you know what 600 million is? You know what 600 million is?
But I want to ask a question because I'm actually not sure now. Is that quite a significant loss?
600 million.
How many years has it been? 2-3 years?
4
years? That's
big
crazy.
Loss.
600 million, nearly $1 billion you've lost. What kind of investment is that?
It's a bad one.
You've lost a lot of money.
It's a bad one.
150 million a year.
And they still have time to release Air Forces.
You know what I'm saying? There's enough year coming. That would have been 750. By the time it gets you, you've lost 1 billion.
I'm not gonna lie. The new company that's bought them, they are screwed.
I can tell you who's laughing though. Mike Ashley. He's sitting in shit waiting for that £1 deal. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, he's coming. He's like,
Supreme.
Don't worry, you'll be mine.
You'll see
Supreme energy drinks.
Supreme energy. You're gonna see at the box.
Yeah, Supreme Sports Direct, just out there.
Serious. Anyway, next thing on the list is there has been a dip in Tiffany sells. Now, I'm not surprised.
No, me neither.
I'm not surprised here because I'm not gonna lie. From where you are sourcing those diamonds from, the ancestors have come back.
Oh yes, and they're beating your ass.
Oh, they have come back because
slave tree.
okay. So the thing is about Tiffany. What has held them in such a high regard is the fact that look, jewelry, their heritage, the blue box, etc. We are in an economic crisis, and there's only a few people. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa.
They always say the 1%. 1% out of 99. It's a small few.
I'm being true. The 1% I wake the fuck up as well. I'll be so real, yeah. Tiffany, you fucked up.
Why?
Because Tiffany's just like America. You hold on to your heritage. What have they brought out that was new that really took the market?
Right. So this is
Forces.
actually.
You made a bracelet that's like Tory Burch. Let's be real.
So this is my thing, right? And I was watching a video about this. It might have been today or yesterday. That was very interesting because basically when Tiffany were acquired, when they were bought, one of the things that they wanted to do was they started seeing themselves directly as competitors to Cartier. And so they were trying to make themselves as a legacy brand more relevant and not just be the old heads, little blue box and whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why they tried to make that bracelet, which I'm pretty sure you're talking about, the T bracelet. And that's why they got
is it that bracelet's got a T on that side and T on that side?
Yeah.
I've seen on so many people's
they're
bracelets.
they're trying to make like an iconic, like the equivalent to a love bracelet, like something that has the same level of whatever.
And most people that have that, they were gifted it.
It was gifted. Melissa's wardrobe.
Yeah.
Hey, it's literally that.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
I want to understand what other jewelry brand has an iconic piece similar to a love bracelet?
Van Cleef.
Van Cleef,
moment,
yeah, Van Cleef's
immediate
a big
comparison.
one.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'll give it, but it's still like here.
Of course.
Yeah.
But when did the love bracelet come out? The 90s.
And look at it, it's been standing strong.
So
it hasn't. It's taking a dip now.
No,
it's taking a dip now.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
fair.
When it first came out in the 90s, it wasn't majorly popular in the 90s.
Yeah.
It really started rising, I would say 2000, like end of 2000s.
Yeah, like 2010 onwards.
Yeah, till about maybe like 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
And now Van Cleef has been popular for as long as I was working in the airport.
Yep.
I saw so many people from Asia wearing Van Cleef bracelets.
It was huge.
So that was 2013, and now it's popping in the West. What year are we in now? 2024. That's a decade. So it's a similar runtime.
Fair.
Van Cleef. There are some others. I don't want to mention them until I buy it.
Fair.
I hear it.
Fair. I hear it. Yes, gatekeep, please.
So for that one, I've got to do that. But yeah, there are others, but this is them just trying, innit? They're trying.
I mean, Tiffany still blows my mind because I know for damn sure they're still holding on to the fact that they are not going to do any jewelry with lab-grown diamonds, which is
They can't. That will.
It will, but I'm telling you, lab-grown is blowing everyone out of the water. Let me be very real.
But if you think about the big brands, sorry, did you want to go?
No, go on.
If you think about the big brands on the same level as Tiffany, De Beers, none of them are touching that.
none of them.
Cartier would never. You can't.
None
It
of them
takes
would
away
do
the
that.
integrity.
True.
Like it takes away the bottom line of why their stuff is so expensive.
But the reason why it's hitting Tiffany more than it's hitting Cartier, Van Cleef, and all those different brands because Tiffany is known for the diamonds.
Yes.
That diamonds is like their key.
Same with De Beers. Yeah.
It is their key thing.
Yeah.
Now that there's a transition and there's that myth that has now been removed about lab grown diamonds, people are like, okay, I actually don't need to go to you anymore. And this is from every spectrum. Obviously, there's people that are obviously very wealthy that can say, forget that. I'm still going to buy my diamonds that were removed from a cave and slaves being killed and stuff like that.
Even up until 2 years ago, for me personally, I went to Tiffany did a show. I don't even know what it's called. They did a show in London where they had a bunch of their old pieces, and at the end of the show, you can go to the jewelers, and the ladies get to try on an engagement ring. And I was sitting there at that time, and they told me the price of that ring. I think it was like a 0.9
carat
or 0.8 carat diamond, and they said it was going to be about 30k.
Come on, bro.
And at that point, I remember because at that point, natural diamonds were still on people's minds.
Yeah, of course.
As being one of the only ways going forward. That was 2 years ago. I remember I put a conversation on my story about what would people go for, natural lab or moissanite.
Yeah.
Loads of
I
people
don't know why you put the moissanite on.
I put the moissanite on there because I just found out about it.
All right, cool, yeah.
I never knew it existed before. I literally just found out about it.
That thing is a cubic zirconium.
But what was interesting to me is the amount of people that came back and said they will only go for natural.
Yeah.
That lab diamonds are fake. 2 years now, lab diamonds is not a thing.
I think it's only because people only go for what the status quo go for.
Yeah.
And people do not want to be pulled up or made stupid or don't even do their own research.
Yeah.
So I've spoken to so many people about this in regards to the difference between a lab grown and natural diamond, and they will still say, oh, well, no, because I'd rather have a natural diamond, even though they both go through the exact same process.
Yeah.
The only difference that I see, and I might be wrong, the only difference that I see that obviously warrants the high price for a natural diamond is because of the whole what's the word?
Unethical?
Thank you. Unethical process that they go through to get the diamonds, which obviously is going to cost more because you need to do all the digging, you need to do all the...
Which they're not paying for.
Mining.
That's it.
Yeah.
So...
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What made you say you're happy to go for lab over natural?
Because of the ethical aspect. And because, like, bro, there's actually no different... When I looked into it, same thing.
Yeah.
So... For years and years and years, I was following a brand that I thought was selling diamonds, but they were actually like well known for moissanites. I didn't know.
Wow.
I thought it was diamonds. And then one day they did this, like, what's the difference between moissanite, lab diamonds, and da-da-da-da. Basically, once I understood what lab diamonds were, I was like, there's no reason for me.
Yeah.
I can't physically understand. It's literally like going Cartier, spending 6 bags on a love bracelet, and then going to your jewelers and spending 1 bag. I just can't.
Once again, this is something which you don't actually know until you actually know.
Go on.
No, go on.
No, but at the same time, people are very, very headstrong and they just don't. If I've removed that from myself.
Yeah.
Like if I see a Cartier bracelet in Cartier and I see a whole bust down Cartier bracelet and they're telling me 20k, and I go to Hatton Gardens, they're still using the same gold, they're still using better diamonds,
and it'll be a fraction of the price,
mate. I know where I'm going.
But that's the thing. That's what I feel like. That's what changed it for me. And there's two things that changed it for me on both of those sides. When it came to diamonds, the thing that changed it for me was simply the statement where someone says, when you're buying a ring for your soon-to-be wife or husband, yeah.
You did need to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man said this. Did you guys hear that?
Husband.
Yeah. I support
Ally.
it. You see that?
Love is love. Okay.
No.
Did you hear? Did you hear?
But yeah, once you do make that decision, ultimately, they're not going to sell that diamond. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a resale thing.
So there's
it's
no
not about
value in it other than the value that you give when you give it to that person.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. So for me, obviously, I'm not going to go moissanite because that's just being mad.
Yeah. And what you...
lab grown and natural, there being no differences between the diamonds other than the fact that one was made in the lab and one was made naturally in the earth.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
As somebody who is engaged and who has a ring, I knew that I wanted a diamond. So moissanite is out of the picture because it's not a diamond.
Yeah.
It's not because
it is. It is.
It's not what I wanted. If I wanted an emerald, then I would have got an emerald.
Yeah.
If I wanted, do you know what I mean, topaz, I would have got topaz.
Yeah.
That moissanite is the other alternative. But I don't
she wanted a diamond.
I made it clear that I wanted a diamond, but there's no way. And even when you say natural diamond, the word natural implies that a lab-grown diamond is an unnatural diamond, and maybe by definition it is. But really, the main distinction for me is a mined diamond versus a lab-grown diamond. And to me, I just can't understand
why you wouldn't.
How much would this ring have cost? Like 3 times the price if I got a mine version. And what's the difference? What's it for?
It's there's a lot of ego, a lot of
it's ego. Ego is the word.
Ego and people just not doing their proper due diligence and not trying to.
I don't think it's due diligence. Maybe some people. Maybe some people would be brought over if they did their due diligence. Excuse me, but otherwise, I think it's just to say like, I got my diamond. I remember I was working in my old company. I can say it now because I'm good. And this woman, she was like, my husband, he proposed to me years ago. I got my ring, and it was like It was like a little. Oh, hey, I'm not judging, by the way. It's a little pepper, little thing. It was maybe about 0.3, 0.4 carat. It was like a really small diamond. She spent 10 grand. Well, her husband spent 10 grand on that ring. Man. He bought it from Mayfair.
I hope he enjoys it. The ring I got for my fiance would have been
if you'd got
if I got it in mind.
How much?
70k.
Oh.
70k.
And the thing is,
when I heard that,
the price that they put on it as well, it's based on what their value is.
Of course,
it's not based on
purely. And the thing is, at the same time, I feel like, you remember, there was this whole campaign that they did. I remember watching a documentary about it. They made the whole campaign about diamonds are forever. That was one of them. Yeah. You know, and then they also added your diamonds should be like 3 times your partner's salary.
A whole marketing campaign, you know,
all sorts. Like, and people got fooled for years. Yeah. And then even going back to the Cartier situation, it blew my mind when someone actually literally said to me that, look, you see this bracelet you want to go and get from Cartier, you can just go to a jeweler and they'll make the exact same thing.
Yep.
Hasn't got the Cartier stamp on it,
yep,
but it's the same price in gold. Cartier's put their markup on it.
Yeah.
Same
weight,
gold, better diamonds, everything. It's just that it hasn't got the
even
Cartier
the gold
stamp on it.
quantity might even be better as well.
Yeah,
so
it generally is.
It actually blew my mind. So, you know, guys, be careful out there.
Yeah, no, 100%. Anyway,
get you.
Next thing on the list is Burberry CEO has been replaced.
Mm-hmm.
He has been replaced. Now, obviously, I said he got kicked. He got kicked off his pedestal.
Michael's theory is that he did not resign. He was fired.
It was fired.
Yeah, man. You know that slide.
Came for his ass.
Get away.
Sorry.
So what was the reason?
Well, I don't know if we know the reason, but it was very closely linked to the fact that their sales have slumped. Do you know the reason?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So yeah, it was due to their sales have slumped. Mm-hmm. When the CEO came in, Burberry said they wanted to market themselves as a high fashion brand and compete with the likes of your Gucci's, your Balenciagas.
Cool, possible.
But they forgot that they're not that. Burberry is quite simply
a heritage brand.
It's a heritage brand, but it's level. It's
accessible luxury.
It's accessible luxury, and it was always supposed to be like that because really, truly, it's quintessentially British. British people ultimately, you wanted to go for Burberry because it was known for being British. But the Macintosh coats used to be let's say £1,000.
Yeah, max.
Maximum. That would be when you buy it brand new. If you go to the outlet, it would have been completely different. But ultimately, they wanted to step it up. And the first thing I saw with Burberry where they effed up was when t-shirts went from like £150 to £5 starting price.
Yeah.
A plain printed t-shirt from Burberry.
I think Burberry's biggest mistake, you said it, Burberry's biggest mistake was them thinking that they were more than what they are. Mm-hmm. That's just the long and short of the situation. In my mind, if I was supposed to say that what the comparison was, Mulberry and Coach.
Exactly. And that's one of the people that was the level. Mulberry and Coach.
Yeah, that was the level at which I thought that they were operating. When they started to operate at a higher level, it's when they had, you've got like supermodels like Naomi Campbell getting involved, and you get what's my guy's name?
Skepta.
But Riccardo Tisci, he gets involved now. You think you're Givenchy, bro, it's not the same. You're still supposed to be accessible luxury.
Got Daniel Lee in, thought it'll change the world.
And the thing is, it's like in my personal opinion, I feel like, unfortunately, all they've done is make really bad decisions. Yeah, really bad decisions. Like getting Riccardo involved to completely rejig the brand and change the logo and change the identity. The people, the brand, the market that Burberry was catering to the most were tourists from Asia that wanted a piece of Britain.
Yeah.
You lost that by Americanizing the logo and making it this random.
What was it bad though?
Well, in the grand scheme of things, the logo was fine. Yeah. I like the TB. I like the TB monogram, but I like it, and I'm not even buying it.
Yeah.
Their main market is it's older generation. It's Middle East women. Again, it's supposed to be quintessentially British. So their thing is it's supposed to be a piece of Britain. If I can't see Britain in it, what's the point? And then they brought it back with Daniel Lee, and I only wish that Daniel Lee came before Riccardo Tisci. Yeah. Maybe it would have been all right there, but we've lost so many people along the way. When Riccardo came in, did a full rebrand, no one was really feeling it. They got the orange involved, it was weird. They increased the prices, it was odd. All of it was going into outlet. They were always having sales, and then they tried to take it back to what it was before, but the prices are still high. It just every single step along the way, it was like bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. And I love Burberry. I've got so much time for Burberry, but just disappointment across the board. It's a real shame.
You walk into the outlet and you're just absolutely flabbergasted.
Yeah,
It's
because the
such a
prices
shame.
are still high.
The prices
don't
are
make
still
any
so
sense.
high.
Like, you're walking in there expecting to see a good discount, and a t-shirt's still £4.
And
It's
the
like,
woman's
what are
telling
we
me
doing?
£700. Go and fuck
What are
off.
we doing this?
Anyway, next thing on the list is the Joker. The Joker trailer has been released.
Yes.
Joker 2. I'm excited. The first one was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, go check out the trailer.
We got Madame Gaga in this one.
Yeah, we
Madame
do.
Gaga. Are you excited?
Yes, I really.
People said it was a musical. Now that we know it's not a musical, I am like all for it.
Oh gosh, I thought you said people have seen it and they said it was.
No. People said before that it was a musical. They've confirmed that it's not now.
Oh, okay.
I think Lady Gaga can do this role a lot of justice. I'm looking forward.
Anyway, the direction that you're going in is not for me, and that's fine.
So Rema released this album.
Yeah.
It's called He Is. It is really something. It's really something.
I don't know how to describe it.
I don't know how to describe it. Okay, so Rema has accepted that he is like the genre that he's working with now is obviously Afrobeats, but like there's a rage element. to it.
Rager.
Yeah,
rage.
he's a rager. He's a rager, and I feel like that's what we've gotten from this album. When he spoke about this album, let me be clear. This album is terrifying. Okay, I think the album is very scary.
It is scary.
It's a very scary album. There are songs on there that I feel like
Get the heebie-jeebies listened to.
yeah, but there are also songs on there that I'm like
That's it too.
Benning Boys is there, and I really like Benning
Is that
Boys.
his song?
Yeah.
Yeah, Benning Boys. I love that song. Love it. Fantastic.
So how can you go from Rage to Benin Boys?
I'm actually a fan of it. I'm fan. It's really bravadoocious.
Whoa, which one? Yeah.
It's really, cause if you listen to what he said, yeah, he's literally just talking his shit. He's basically just saying like, look, I'm gonna continuously step on your necks.
But do you know? But it's not my neck that you're stepping on.
I'm not gonna take it to see your head down.
But the thing is, yeah.
I'm being real. If someone's hating on me, I ain't gonna take it easy. I will keep on coming.
No,
Yeah.
100. No, I
I'm
know.
gonna give you. Look,
No.
you know what
continue.
LeBron James says? You're gonna release one. Here's another. That's what I'm gonna do to you.
This guy, man.
I ain't playing no games. I'm on your dick.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, Rema has now brought back the thoughts that I had about him at the very start when he made Dumovie, and I was like, you know what? This guy, he's not a one-hit wonder. He isn't.
Oh, sorry.
But the thing is with him is that now, do you know what he's doing?
Yeah.
He's doing what a lot of people are doing at their jobs.
What's that?
Yeah. That's what he's doing right now.
Rema is going through a lot, but he's finding himself at the same time.
Really?
I'm okay with him finding himself in whatever space he wants to be in. I don't have to
Right.
like it. You know what I mean? This is what he wants to do. This is the line
Fair.
he wants to go down.
Fair.
I mean, he has firmly positioned himself in the Playboy Carti Travis Scott avenue of Afrobeats.
It's not even Travis Scott.
He's a rager.
Because the thing is about Travis Scott, even though Travis Scott can do rage,
Yeah.
Travis Scott can mute himself on certain songs.
So can
Yeah.
Rema.
Travis
Rema's that versatile.
Travis Scott does this, yeah? Rema's just been doing this.
He's not gonna take it easy.
Mate, just go.
But yeah, so if anyone have you listened to the album?
I don't want to.
I have.
Okay, there's none that you like on it. You don't want to listen to.
I don't like him as an artist.
Casey,
Hi.
do you like the album?
I don't like the album, but I will say this. I think that even though I don't like the album, I think that the album or the project was more a message than like a project that I'm supposed to like enjoy.
What was the message?
Because what Rema was saying when he came out with the album is that that we need to continue to remind us what Afrobeats actually is. Like, we can't forget the roots of Afrobeats.
Which is ritualistic stuff. I'm confused.
Well, not necessarily that part, but just in terms of like, I think personally that he was making a very fair point, which is that songs like Calm Down, songs like Dumebi, you know, the songs that Wizkid makes, Burna Boy makes, like these are all great Afrobeat songs, but they are also
pop.
They are also pop, and they're also kind of pandering to the ears of white people or people that aren't African specifically, so that they can be commercial. And what Rema was saying was, as we make Afrobeats more and more commercial, we water down the sound or the true sound of what Afrobeats is.
I hear it.
And so year on, we can now look back a few years later and see, actually, hold on, the sound of Afrobeats that we actually want, this is not it anymore. You don't recognize it anymore. True. And he was basically saying, like, what will happen now in a few years' time when a white person now wins an Afrobeats award because they've been able to not only appreciate but appropriate the sound? What happens then? And so he was like, what I'm trying to make sure that I do is that we don't forget what the true roots of what Afrobeats is. I feel like that's what he tried to do on this album. I personally don't like it. And I'm not going to say that I like it because I understand his message. I think his message is fair. There are some elements that obviously I can hear the true, you know, African side that he's trying to capture, but then there's also his spin on it, which is the rager side, which I don't necessarily care for. So I am still terrified, unfortunately. It is still a scary album, but I do think that the influence that he's talking about, that Nigerian influence that he's talking about, it has the potential to be lost, and I see why he felt like this was a good idea. I don't rock with it, but that doesn't mean I don't agree with what he's saying.
Man, this is a pack of ass, man.
No. I fully hear that now. I fully hear that, and I think it makes sense. I think it's very fair. I feel like I'm happy for people to be listening to Afrobeats and be saying, I don't really get what he's doing there.
Yeah.
But I know that if I go to a party, I can still dance with myself, as a Nigerian black boy.
Yeah.
No, but I'll be real. Like, I feel like it's true. I feel like the idea that it can get to a point where the category can be taken over by a completely different race because it's become so accessible is a bit of a problem.
So I'm going to split these statements and the song apart.
Okay.
The statement that he said, I totally agree.
Okay.
His music, garbage.
But really and truly, when you hear Fuji music, right?
Yes.
Fuji music is the kind of music which not everyone can understand.
That is a polarizing sound.
It is a polarizing sound.
It's supposed to make you feel something.
Okay, so that is very fine.
Does Merriman's music make you feel something?
It does not make me feel nice.
Exactly. But it's supposed to make you feel something.
No. Because the thing is about...
When I heard baby, calm down, I'm not feeling anything.
Okay.
It's just good for the ears. That's
fine.
It.
But if we look at old school Afrobeats...
Original Afrobeat?
Original Afrobeat.
Meaning Fela Kuti?
All of them.
Okay.
It is a good feeling. The good thing the thing about Afrobeats doesn't come with, this is harsh. This is very harsh. Okay.
Have you listened to some of Fela Kuti's songs and what he's saying?
Before we even go there, because I understand your point, even early Wizkid, Superstar Wizkid, which is still Afrobeats,
pop,
we can still have a good time with Pakurumo.
Fair, true.
And that is not pop.
Yeah.
It is still Afrobeats and we can still have a good time there.
Okay. But once again,
so I do hear what you're saying.
The fact that yes, you can still, and the thing, this is why Afrobeats is not supposed to just be one dimensional, where it's just that it's just about the fact that I can have a good time
nice and catching a vibe.
It's the fact that it's made for us. So in Pakurumo, he's speaking Yoruba. You know what I mean? He's speaking a language which is not fully accessible to everyone. It's supposed to be for our ears. It's Afrobeats. It's our music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Whether it makes you feel happy, whether it makes you feel sad, whether they're trying to put a message out there and be like, there's some political stuff I want to discuss. Or whether they're talking about how good life is and I want to blow some money with Yahoo. Like, it's supposed to be something which is supposed to just be like, this is for us, by us.
Yes, 100%. But I think, and even as I'm saying this, I even feel like it's slightly incorrect as well.
Go on.
But when I listen to Afrobeats music, yes, it's not always fun and money and all that type of stuff. But there have been people that have been able to translate Afrobeat in a way that whatever emotion that they're trying to create or have the listener feel, it hasn't been this.
Yeah, I totally agree. Ashake is a very good example.
Yeah, and this feels like rage, rock. That's what it feels like. And if you're saying that's what you are, you're not Afrobeats.
No, but you can't.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Kesi.
No, I feel like we're going to say the same thing. I was going to say that this is still an aspect of Afrobeats. Yeah. That's what I was saying before. I think that he is two things are existing at the same time. He still wants to make sure that the roots of Afrobeats are still being sustained, but he's also put his Rema twist onto it, which is that Rager side, which is giving us what we've got now. But I do feel like what he's not trying to do is, I'm not trying to give you a pop version, I'm not trying to give you an amenable version, I'm not trying to give you a commercial version that will be acceptable to other people with an African twist. I want it to be the full root of Afrobeats alongside who I am, which is now a Rager.
Yeah.
It's just not what we like.
But it's
that's
not
what
the full roots of Africa.
But that's what it is. It is.
Can I read the quote that he actually said, so I'm not just out here saying rubbish? So what he said is, everyone is chasing something that the whole world can enjoy. I feel like with the success that has come, I feel like we're listening to the voices of the world too much, and we've got to listen to the voices back home to just keep our roots. This project is helping me bring back that essence, bring back that energy, and place a reminder, not just for the fans, but for the creators as well. And also just on the influence of the sound, he said, I had to go back when creating my new album. I took a lot of inspiration from Mo Hits. For the first 4 seconds, when a Mo Hit song come on, you already know it's a Mo Hit song. Fair. Don Jazzy just goes crazy on the beat. The times when Olamide used to drop crazy songs, he still drops crazy songs. At the time when an Olamide song comes on, you still know P Square, Two Face, or Timaya. There used to be times when the beat just ... Amapiano is great, it's fire, but there used to be a time when Afrobeats production used to be so insane that nothing can survive it in the clubs in Africa. I'm not saying we've lost that, but I'm just saying that we need more of that. I don't want us to go too far away from that. We need to sustain it.
So really and truly, it's the artist's sound. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's the fact that he is bringing in the Afrobeats elements, but he's still going to make it his own. I wouldn't want it to be something which I've heard before.
Fair.
I really and truly, back then in the early days of Afrobeats, even if we're talking about early 2000s, not every Afrobeats artist was the same sound.
Yeah.
Even now, we still got different types of Afrobeat artists.
Yeah.
No matter how much they want to denounce Afrobeats, we still do have different types of Afrobeat artists. So
that's fair.
I respect it, and I have a newfound appreciation for the album now.
And even I think I'm going to listen to it again now that I've got those quotes in my mind and see how I feel. No, I will. I'll give it a go. No,
some bits gotta give you the heebie-jeebies.
I know. Yeah, we got the heebie-jeebies.
RZA, what are we raising?
I just realized that I plugged in this thing. I haven't even plugged in the charger, so that's great. I'll do that in a second. But yeah, what was I going to say?
Next thing on the list.
No. I was going to say something. Oh yeah, even as I brought up Ashake, when you think about its instrumentals, they are Amapiano rooted.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There are some that are Afrobeats, but
yeah,
it's Amapiano.
It is given Amapiano. Yeah, but you know what it is.
Anyway, next thing on the list is Ashake. Ashake is coming out with a concert. Is it happening in September?
October.
Is it October? You sure?
Maybe. Don't know.
I think it's September.
Yeah.
21st of September.
Yeah. So he's coming out of a concert in September.
Priority tickets have already released. And
are they sold out?
They pretty much did. When I tried to get tickets, I couldn't get tickets in a row.
Really?
It was only individuals. So,
are you excited to see Ashake?
I feel like I haven't. Have I seen him perform yet? No.
Do you have?
Yes, I have.
Of course you have.
And I enjoyed the performance.
Yep.
Then he's hype.
Now, would I be happy to listen to those songs again? I'll be okay. Not happy.
When you saw him last time, what project was out?
It was the
latest one.
The latest project. The only project that he's already released. No,
not Mr. Money.
He was coming off the back of his singles.
Okay.
He hadn't dropped the project just yet.
Yeah, he did. Mr. Money was already out.
Was it?
Yeah, Mr. Money was already out. Yeah, Mr. Money was already out.
Okay, maybe it had just released. Maybe.
Are you sure?
Mr. Money with the Vibe was already out.
Yeah, I'm talking about the work of art.
No, that wasn't out yet.
Okay.
Wasn't out yet.
But the thing is, the distance now from when that album has released to now is a bit too far. And even when that released, you was at Malta at that time, innit?
It had just work of art had come out after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Right. He is in.
After.
For me personally, for me to be able to buy a ticket, he's in desperate need to drop a project and it be good.
Yeah.
Didn't you like the last one?
It's not I didn't like the last one.
Work of art?
It's just not part of my.
It's not in your rotation.
Yeah, it's not my rotation anymore, so it's not really in my ears anymore.
And that's the thing. That's why it's... Sorry, Toby.
No, I mean, I'll happily go if someone buys me a ticket. I'll have fun, 100%. But for me to go and put my own money down for it right now, it's just not it.
Yeah.
But I know it will be a good concert. That's the thing, because I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, it will definitely be a good concert. I think for me is that when... And obviously, I'm not an artist manager or whatever, but for me is that I would always prefer... for an artist to have a concert a month or two after they've released a good project.
Yeah.
Only because you're in like the moment, you're in like the thick of that
you're engrossed in that sound, in that music.
And the way albums just come in and out so quick, if you leave that too late, the music turnaround is too much. I asked me last time I listened to Ashake. Even when it comes up on my phone in the gym, I skip it.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I do feel like this probably will sell out. I don't have a fear of it selling out, but I think from the artist management point of view, I feel like they made a big mistake by not listening to the streets and putting their money where their mouth is. When he first did his concert in the UK, he should have done the O2. He should have done the O2. When he did it in Brixton? Yeah, he should have done the O2. And the reason why I really feel like he should have, because you didn't need to do 3-4 shows. The amount of people that came up for 3-4 shows was your O2 performance, and you could have done that twice.
I think for them, it was, if they had put all their money into O2 and it didn't capitalize, it would have been an issue. And the thing is, at that moment in time, Ashake was huge. He was new.
He was new, but he was huge. Okay, we have not seen an artist in years do what Ashake did in a year.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think you're right, 100%. But I think in the way that he blew up, it still would have been a massive risk.
You think?
I would have been a massive risk to say, let's just go straight into the O2.
Sorry.
Capacity?
Yeah, no, not even capacity. How much does it cost? And remember, at that moment in time, Ashake is still a new artist. Yes, he's made banger after banger after banger, but the investment that we also need to look into for you to do the O2, how much is that for artists like Ashake?
I mean, I don't know, but I just look at it from the point of view with like, and it's very sad because of everything that happened around his shows at that time. But it just goes to show the amount of people that wanted to go and see him. And this is the thing, this is what I'm saying. I think from my perspective, there would have been an argument for me if I was in that room saying that, look, you guys really need to deep that. This guy is not your normal artist right now at this point. Like, he has a rocket in his ass and he is literally the person which everyone wants to see. There was no other artist at that time competing with him.
True.
Not one.
Agrees.
But what would be an even better story is if Ashake releases another body of work that slaps,
which he did,
then he does O2. Now I'm talking about after this. He does another body of work that slaps, then he does O2. Now right now, he brought out the song with Central C. If he keeps going in this trajectory, I really need him to play with other sounds as well. But if he comes out with another body of work that slaps, and with the way that he's collaborating with people that don't collaborate with these type of people. I've asked this question to someone. In Nigeria, who do you think can collaborate with Central C? There's nobody. There's nobody that has a sound that would fit sonically with Central C.
Well, I don't feel like Central... I think
Answer the question, please.
I'm trying. I don't think Central C and like the song Wave, it's not like Central C was the perfect fit for the song.
At all.
Central C jumped onto Ashake's sound and he made it work. So in the same way, I believe that there could easily be any other. If we what's my guy's name? Odunsi. Central C could have jumped on an Odunsi.
I don't think that would have worked.
He could have. He really could have.
No,
honestly, he could have.
The reason why I feel like what Kesi is saying is correct is because ultimately Central C wasn't the person that carried that song.
But what I'm talking about, and I think something that we're forgetting, is chemistry as well. Chemistry comes like.
But they didn't have mad chemistry on the song.
Okay,
they didn't.
All right. Good question. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Go on.
When K-Trap made an album with Heady One, and he made an album with Blade Brown, which one had more chemistry?
No, I completely hear your point on chemistry. No, don't worry. I hear your point on chemistry.
So why did you throw out the question?
There wasn't mad chemistry on that one. Because
there wasn't mad chemistry on that song.
So you're trying to tell me, that if Central C was to do a song with Wizkid, or do a song with Burna Boy, or do a song with Rema, or do a song with these people, it would work?
I think you just named two people there. A song with Wizkid probably would sound better than what I heard on Wave.
Central C?
Yes, I do.
That song is not 10 out of 10.
Bro, that song is a 6
That song is not great.
10.
Like, it's actually not great. Let me be
keep my
very
pounds
real.
in my pocket.
It's not great. There's a lot of gas because Central C is on there. Really and truly, I'll be so real. And Ashake did his thing, but Central C's bit was really asked. Let me be real.
And actually, I think if we think about Wizkid, if we think about the song with Wizkid and Dave, a similar song like that with Central C on it, I would really enjoy. Actually, a song with Rema, if he goes back to his pop ways with Central C, I would enjoy
Central
it.
C and Dave are two different artists in the way they rap, so you can't compare them.
I'm not trying to compare, but what I'm trying to say is that in the same way that Wizkid collaborated with Dave from a British angle, is the same way Central C could have jumped on a similar beat and given a similar output. Anyway, we'll agree to disagree. That's fine.
Anyway,
but we look forward to seeing, and I hope that as Asha K has brought out this tour, that the album will follow. I'm thinking in the summer.
I hope so.
It needs to, but
all right,
it needs to be banged.
we need to move on quickly.
We do.
Playlist, guys.
What's the song that I plan to choose?
Yep, a song to add on to the playlist. Let's do this quickly. I'll do mine first.
Go ahead.
So the song that I will put on the playlist is GA and Kojo Fun's Lessons. I will put that on the playlist, and I am really pushing this agenda. Afro swing really needs to come back. It really does.
I hear you. I'm gonna go a bit left field, okay. And first of all, shout out BDNR,
BDNR.
Yep.
Shout out BDNR. We went to an event of theirs last week. Last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
Last week. So I'm gonna go in that field. Yeah. So if you like rage, a little bit of UK underground, and a little bit of I'm gonna choose Vogue by Femi Guerrero. I really, really like this song. It is a bit like rah, rah, but I really enjoy it. It's got me through the gym. Great song. Love it very much.
I thought she was gonna pick Shamo.
Not on this occasion.
I've actually got one of these songs on my phone.
Is it good?
It's alright. It's the Van Cleef for my babe. Great.
Okay.
My song, if Kesi's gone left, then I don't know where I've gone. My song is actually going to be taking it back. It's not a new song, but it's a song that probably some of you don't have your phone. It is Molly Pardon, Bolting Bolts.
Oh, I love that song.
I came across it again.
When we were driving home that time.
I said, wow! I said, I forgot about this song.
Yeah, it's a great song. I'm not gonna lie.
gosh.
The pitch that you started on, it threw me off completely.
Yeah.
Why? It was right.
It's almost because it is, she's got
is
that
right.
little bit
It was
of a
right.
ghastly.
Look, no one can come for my pitch. Honestly, you really can't do it because we're gonna put the song on.
Just didn't.
Sometimes.
Anyway,
Not
yeah,
then.
so that's my song that I'm adding.
All right, so we will add that onto the playlist. We'll share that with you guys. The playlist again, bigger and bigger.
Yes, sir.
Now we're gonna head over to the main topic. Now
It's been a while, hasn't it? Pete?
Yeah, it really has.
Yes,
But we got there.
As the Olympics is soon approaching,
Yes, sir.
and the Olympics is being held in Paris.
Oh, it starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow.
It starts tomorrow.
So
I'm
by the
actually-
time this
tomorrow,
episode
yeah, it
is
would've
out,
been out
it would have
for-
been out.
Yeah,
Yeah, 4 days.
I'm actually gonna watch it. You know, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
watch
of
it.
course,
Why not, man?
Of course.
But a big connection to the Olympics is LVMH.
Yes, sir.
Live a much.
Yep, LVMH is one of the main sponsors for the Olympics. I know, shocking, it really is.
How?
But Arnault has decided to bring big bucks and to endorse the whole thing.
Okay.
Now, as
Is that
he's doing-
true?
Yeah, no, I'm. Come on.
Okay.
Look at you.
I wanted facts.
No,
Sorry for that.
you know how I like to exaggerate sometimes.
Okay.
You fell into it. Anyway, so we are going to talk about LVMH.
Sure.
We're going to talk about the brand itself.
Yes.
What they've been doing, the sneakiness they've been doing, the people that they're trying to buy out, and ultimately how they are going to become the biggest luxury conglomerate in the world, which I think at the moment they are.
Let's talk about it.
All right. So, where should we start with LVMH? All right. So, we're going to start off with what LVMH have just done recently. So, a huge competitor to LVMH. There are a few others such as Richmond and
Kering.
Kering, I'm not gonna lie, is a baby fish to LVMH.
It's not even that they're a baby fish. I just think they're acquiring the wrong brands. But I definitely think it's like a France versus Italy type of thing.
Kesi,
Probably.
they're a baby to LVMH. The reason why they're a baby is because if you're buying the wrong brands, you don't know what you're doing. So, LVMH actually bought some shares. We do not know how much shares they have bought of this brand, but they have bought into their biggest competitor, which is Richmond.
Richmond Group.
Richmond also own a few great brands as part of their huge flipping cluster.
Yes, sir.
I've got a few that I am going to let you guys know. So they own Cartier,
Yep.
Montblanc,
Yep.
Van Cleef,
Yep.
Chloe. They also own Watchfinder. They own Ukes. They own Gel Le Couture.
The watch company.
Yeah, the watch
Okay.
company. I'm butchering. They also own IWC, Hackett, Purdy, Vacheron, Panerai, Dunhill, and a few others. So they've got a great roster there. And LVMH has decided to buy some shares.
That should be illegal. I'll be real with you. It should be illegal. You've got your hands in too much, my guy.
Mate, at the end of the day, this guy
Puppet
is
master.
going. Yeah, he's gonna end up doing it. I don't know why he's doing it, because they haven't given us no details on why.
I know why.
No, because there was a statement that came out by Richmond
And what did he
saying
say?
that yes, they confirmed that he did buy a stake in Richmond, but they said that it's not a takeover.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, of course. You obviously, I'm not yet a big player in that game, but yeah, that's what they basically said at this moment in time.
I feel like he's trying to become a monopoly, or at least be a key influence within fashion.
He already is, though.
He is, but I think he wants to be the only influence.
Well,
He wants to be the Elon Musk of energy in fashion. He wants to be the name which, when you see fashion, when you hear fashion,
You
it's
think of him. Yeah.
And at the moment, he is the name that we're hearing. And now you've aligned yourself with the Olympics. Oh my gosh, you have done it, my guy. You absolute mastermind. Now, my issue is, though,
well,
all this buying around town that he's doing,
Yeah.
does it limit the diversity that we have in fashion? Because if everything's dictated by one group, and I'm not going to sit here and say they have mad influence over all of their brands.
Yeah.
But if you're the one sole owner of all of these brands,
of course, you kind of direct.
there is going to be some sort of influence that funnels down.
So from what I've seen with Arnault and LVMH, something that he's also done is that he's put all these kids as like heads in like different areas of LVMH. So watches, luxury goods, and all that type of stuff. And he's kind of just told them, you guys, you manage that. But ultimately, how I see it, and I might be wrong, is I still feel like he gives them their own, like, they still manage what they manage, and they still keep like the essence of the brand. Because if they did not keep the essence of the brand, all of these brands that we're looking at, such as like Louis Vuitton and all of these different brands, there would have been a huge shift and change, which would have made us not look at them in the same way. Similar to what happened with Burberry. Good example. We saw the changes that they made. It shifted the brand, and naturally it deterred people away from it. If that was happening in LVMH and all those subsidiaries underneath LVMH, we would have noticed. So I don't think that he's controlling them. I just think he wants to be the monopoly at the end of the day.
What about from a general business point of view, though? Like, what would other groups or companies be looking at and just seeing him doing all of this? Is it something that they should all just give in and be like, yeah, if he wants to go and buy us, we're happy for that to happen? Or how do you stand your ground against such a phenom?
That's a good question, you know.
It's a good question, and I just think it's kind of similar to like when you look at the media world as well. And you see how all of those news channels are owned by, is it
ABC?
NBC Universal.
Basically Succession.
Yeah, like it's completely, when you look at all of the people that are under them, all of them are all owned by the same people. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. I think it's just one of those things where the world that we live in, we're just going to have these major monopolies. We're just going to have these these major brands. I was just looking to see what fashion labels are under, to answer your first question. Are under LVMH. Do you want me to quickly read them out?
I've got them all here, man.
Yeah, my eyes can't see that part. So we've got Baluti, Celine, Christian Dior, Emilio Pucci, Fendi, Givenchy, JW Anderson, Kenzo, Loewe, Loro Piana, Louis Vuitton, of course, Marc Jacobs, Moynat, Off-White, Patu, Phoebe Philou, Marimoa, and Stella McCartney, just on fashion.
Yep, and then you've got Hublot, you've got Belvedere, you've got Zenith, you've got Dom Perignon, you've got Hennessy, you've got Moet, you've got Off-White, you've got what else? Fenty Beauty.
Yep.
You also have Tag Heuer, you got Celine, you got Loewe, and quite a few others.
Yeah, there are tons. There are loads.
He owns.
I was just reading fashion, but it looks like you've gone into watches and jewelry as well. Obviously, Tiffany's one, Bulgari is another.
Zenith.
Like big. You said that already.
Oh.
Maybe what he's doing is not tremendously bad with the fact that you've named a number of brands just there, and they're all still very individual.
Very much so.
If you weren't aware that Arnold had some sort of stake in these brands,
you wouldn't think,
know that they're
exactly.
all under the same
Exactly.
umbrella.
Yeah.
Exactly. So in that sense, I guess it's not that bad. It's just the amount that he is amassing like across the board, because he really has taken them across the board.
So his ultimate goal was to be the largest luxury company in the world.
And I personally feel like he's doing that. And if I can touch on beauty for a second, I was looking at the beauty brands that he owns, and he really is covering all
the key players.
It's so crazy. Sephora is a really good example. Sephora is, or it used to be, I don't know, I think things have definitely changed, but when you think of like the houses of where like luxury makeup used to be, it was Sephora, and they own Sephora.
Yeah.
Fenty Beauty is obviously up there.
Yep.
They own Fenty Beauty. Christian Dior perfumes, they own Christian Dior, they own the perfume line as well. Marc Jacobs Beauty, the whole thing. I said Fenty Beauty already, yeah?
Yeah.
Aqua de Parma, bro, they're clearing it. So in that sense, yeah, they're doing bits.
Yeah, I think even being Arnold and what he's trying to do in general, I think he just wants to be the face for luxury. Because if you see what he's doing as well, such as like even I think it's the Dior restaurant, and then
the Fendi restaurant as well.
And what's the hotel? Is that
Bulgari Hotel?
Bulgari Hotel,
yep, which he owns.
Louis Vuitton Hotel,
which he owns.
He is spreading luxury into different areas, and it's now crossing into different sectors, such as the restaurant scene, into hotels and all these different things. He will eventually be the cornerstone for luxury, which isn't a bad thing, because if we look at the way the world is right now, I feel like there was a point in time, and I think, and we have spoken about this on the podcast, where there was that time when street and luxury crossed over, and there was a lot of people that obviously the 1% and those that are quite wealthy, they didn't want to mingle with people that were able to access what they can access. So there is a market there that does want ultimate luxury, and that's where he's kind of spearheading. And by him, yes, people are able to go to Louis Vuitton, people are able to go to all these different stores, but you creating a scene that is like for high luxury in itself, it's perfect. It makes so much sense.
I want to talk about when LVMH, or how LVMH is dabbling into
sports.
Yeah, sports, specifically the Olympics, and like what it means that they're sponsoring the Paris Olympics, especially from a clothes standpoint. What are your thoughts on that one, and how do you see LVMH getting involved in the fashion element of sports? What do you see for that in terms of them incorporating into worldwide sports? Because we know they did some stuff with, am I right in thinking it was basketball?
NBA.
Yeah. NBA. They did some work with NBA, but now that they're getting into the Olympics, and obviously with it being in Paris. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
I was thinking that there was a big thing coming.
I'm gonna bang your head.
That camera turn around and nothing.
What's going on here?
Can your bag do something?
Is the leg just broken?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just lean it.
Can your bag do something?
Can you just lean it like side, like just put it? Hey, the light never turned off.
Wait, don't turn it that way. Turn it back the other way, because
No,
it will mess with the camera.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Turn it which way?
Turn it
Face
on
the
its,
lights,
yeah,
put it that
face the
way.
wall.
Yeah, that's it.
So basically,
So
what?
I'm sorry. Before you go on, I want to clarify: is it LVMH that is sponsoring the Olympics, or is it just Louis Vuitton?
LVMH.
Let me find out, but I'm pretty sure it's LVMH.
LVMH is sponsoring the Olympics, and they paid.
So LVMH is the group that owns all of these companies.
Yes, and they're using their brands underneath their group to sponsor the Olympics. So obviously there's going to be, obviously the drinks, the alcohol will be through their beverages. Louis Vuitton will be involved in their luggages and how they present medals. So
this is the thing. So that's what, because all I saw was Louis Vuitton was doing the presentation for medals and stuff, and that to me was the only part I saw. I didn't know that it was the whole LVMH that is sponsoring the Olympics. Because if that is the case,
Yeah,
opportunities
it's long.
endless.
Should I give you just a bit more detail then?
Yes,
please.
Yeah.
So LVMH's partnership with Paris 2024 is multifaceted. So several of our iconic missiles, blah 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 blah. So the main things that you need to concern yourselves with are just came off the website. So to start with, Louis Vuitton, they have obviously got the trunks for the medals.
Wow.
So
Which
they
look
will
beautiful.
they do look beautiful. So the medals trunks will protect and present the medals all athletes dream of winning. Nice all whatever. There will also be Louis Vuitton torches trunks, so that will be where the torches are held.
Right.
There will also be Sephora, the beauty brand. They will be sponsoring. They're the official partner for the Paris 2024 Olympic and Paralympic torch relays. So Sephora began a series of special events at 46 of its stores across the torch relay route.
Wow.
The Olympic medals are designed by Chaumet. I hope I pronounced that right. They're designed by the Chaumet Design Studio. The Olympic and Paralympic game medals
Crazy.
are a perfect symbol of victory and Paris. Team France outfits for the opening ceremonies and the Olympic and Paralympic games were designed by Baluti.
Wow.
And the outfits for volunteer medal bearers and the medal trays.
They look cold.
Yeah, they do. They were designed by Louis Vuitton.
Raw. The volunteers got
volunteers.
Is there?
Why was that
and
not
that's
there?
I think that's pretty much it. But
You
yeah, they
see-
were covered across the board.
London Olympics, you guys got Adidas.
No, but do you know?
These niggas got Louis, got LV.
But what the thing is, what is so mad, yeah, and
And you know it's for real design with the little flair at the bottom.
Sigh. Do you know the what I love, yeah, and he's so smart. The fact that the Olympics is happening in Paris is one of the top fashion cities in the world. It only made sense for this to happen. It really only made sense. And as you're obviously explaining everything that they're doing and all the different where all the different brands are getting involved, this is going to be one of the best looking Olympics I've ever seen in my life.
Because
Absolutely.
you know, since LVMH is doing it for Paris, every other country has to step their game up. Ralph Lauren always does the USA.
Yeah.
It's pretty much standard
true,
for them.
Yeah.
But I have seen some of the pictures for some of the other countries. Everyone's stepping their game up.
Yeah.
No one's trying to play any games.
Yeah.
It's literally turned into a runway show.
Yeah.
So it might be the most stylish Olympic we've ever seen in our lives.
100%. And I'm quite excited. But even as you were saying, as you was talking about the Olympics, I think we're also forgetting how, because LVMH has so many subsidiaries underneath it, there have been so many brands underneath LVMH that have already been involved in sports already. Dior has already been in sports. Off-White has already been in, I think, is it the football teams already?
Yeah.
So they've already been like throwing out like little gems
Little
here and
bits,
there,
yeah.
and they've already started to spread their tentacles into the sports game already.
Yeah.
So, mate, this guy is doing a madness at this moment in time.
I feel like fashion and sports has always been something which has made sense.
Yeah.
From like some of the games, like you could look at the NBA games, you see the players walking in, all of them are trying to put their little style into what they do and what they wear. Trainers specifically have always been a thing that's been linked with sports for ages. And it just makes sense. I mean, you go back to the early days of football, early 2000 days of football. David Beckham was someone that tried to put style into football, but it just these opportunities were just never seen.
Yeah.
And I think it just makes sense for it to have to finally come out now. But ultimately, it does make me think, what's next?
Yeah, that
For who?
For
Sports and fashion.
Sports and fashion. Is it something which will be prolonged? Is it something which is actually going to be something where brands are actually going to get involved with sports teams?
Yeah.
We've already seen it with what's his name that's become the creative director for what's that football team? What's his name?
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
So they've now got a creative director. You've got players that are now trying to show off their style in football.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen too many teams actually being
Embrace
aligned
it.
and linked with fashion houses.
Yeah.
Which I feel like they've been able to easily do it in America. But they haven't really done it in let's say British football.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
I mean, currently the supplier for the England team is M&S. I mean,
Yeah.
Man.
come on, dog.
Do you know what? I've got two things to
There's
say.
gotta be another way.
For what LVMH is doing with the Olympics at the moment,
Yeah.
what I was going to say, because when you was asking the question, what does this mean moving forward for like other Olympics? I don't mind if something like this doesn't happen again.
Oh,
What do you mean?
I don't mind if another like conglomerate or another brand like does what LVMH is doing.
Absolutely not. But I think that this one is the most effective because it's a French-owned brand.
Paris.
It's being hosted in Paris.
Yeah.
And he's got, like you said, their tentacles are far and wide. The medal trunks were designed by LVMH, Louis Vuitton, which are known for their trunks, not just for the brand of fashion. Yeah. They are known for their trunks. So they've covered that basis. The drinks, Moet, you got Hennessy, you got Veuve Clicquot, you got Champagne. That's all there, covered. Baluti, they've designed the actual uniform. Like, they've covered all bases.
But I think what I'm trying to say is that if this doesn't ever happen again, for example, if, like you said, if the Olympics was in the US and let's say Ralph Lauren was to do, obviously he can't, he not saying that he couldn't, but in the scale that what's happening right now, let's say another conglomerate brand like Richemont.
Who owns Valentino?
Valentino, I think Valentino's
they're just their
Eva.
own.
They're not in their own house.
I'm not sure.
Is there Italian
things under
fashion
Herring,
company?
But this is what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Is yeah, you're right. It is under Kering. But that's the thing about Kering. Kering is, so I was saying Spanish, but it's not Spanish. It's still owned by a French person. So it doesn't have that same. Yeah, the owner is Francois Pinot. So the headquarters are in Paris. I don't know why I kept thinking that it was Spanish. I don't know why, but it's still French anyway. So it doesn't have that same element. It's because the reason why, even that doesn't make sense, but Gucci is Italian.
Yeah.
Balenciaga is Italian or French? I don't remember.
Italian.
Italian?
No, French.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Balenciaga?
I think so.
What about Bottega? Where are they from? Bottega? Italian. Bottega are Italian. And so because Kering itself,
Balenciaga Spanish.
thank you. That's why I was thinking Spain. I think because it just doesn't have the same effect.
feel.
It just doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah.
They're based in France. Paris, the Olympics is in France. Do you know what I mean? All bases are covered. It feels like that, and I don't think there's any other conglomerate, one that's such an LVMH, but two that can have that same multifaceted effect. Like, it's mad.
I'm definitely going to watch the Olympics. It's definitely to look out for everything that's going on from an LVMH standpoint, but it's one of those ones where I'm saying I want to savor this moment in time, because
it's historic.
There will be nothing like this.
Agreed.
I'm on the other side. I want to see fashion houses getting involved with sports teams a lot more. Football,
well, we are seeing that though.
Football specifically, though, I want to see British football, in my opinion. I want to see it do what the NBA is doing, where we are seeing the players walk through, doing the whole street style thing down the tunnel, because it's not like we can't do it. Yeah, like I want to see there be a bit more gravitas to the sport. I know that football is what they call it. What's it called when it's like homegrown? What they call for that? I can't remember what they call grassroots. It's a grassroots sports. It's a working class sport. It's like supposed to be for the people,
not the way they're getting paid.
Not the way they're getting paid. Like, I feel like there's an opportunity for football to become a bit more stylish, a bit more like
add
we
some
could do
luxury
this
to
too.
it.
You know what I mean?
Do you know the reason why it won't?
Why?
Hooliganism. Hooliganism.
No,
but that's the fashion now.
No, because hooligan is the word I hate it. That word, it had fashion in it. Because the guys that were wearing Stone Island and all that, it was there.
It was styled,
it's just that it wasn't like a big thing. Like, it was just what it is. But for me, what I'm trying to say to your point is that football is a British sport. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I think the heritage is even from China. You know, I think.
It's Qing Dynasty.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, but we're the one.
Supposedly.
But I believe we're the because I remember watching. It was either a book or online. Yeah, but anyway, we were the ones that kind of like
football's definitely been made popular by
the British.
Yeah,
but the thing is, we need to also understand the way our culture as British people. I don't think we'll allow that to ever happen.
Why?
I think that there is the ability. I do hear what you're saying. Because the UK is so bad vibes, they don't like the idea of
changing with their thing.
No, but think about it though, yeah? When you think of like popular football players, and they're wearing anything flashy, it may be because they're black. But think about Raheem Sterling. He drives a Porsche. He spends 70,000. Oh my!
Alex Ferguson, when he
Sir.
when he was managing Manchester United, you remember the stories that he used to tell about that he hated, like there's there's a lot of managers that want the football players to be focused on football.
But you've also got to remember that was that time, and you can look at the sideline now. You got managers wearing Pateks and wearing cleaner suits.
But that's different.
It's not different. It's what football's progressed.
No, because watches, unless you're talking about a Richard Mille, a watch is still elegant.
I'm not just talking about that. It's fashion.
I disagree. And even down to the cars, like they're turning up to training in G-Wagons and stuff like that. They're definitely what I definitely feel like within football, there is an opportunity for fashion to take a more front and center position.
It's a natural progression.
I do. I feel like we're at that point now where luxury, and especially I think streetwear even helps. It brings a better tie-in, a closer tie-in for it to feel like, okay, this is something I can just do on a casual tip. I definitely feel like there's an opportunity there for sure.
Yeah,
how that gets introduced, I'm not too sure.
Easy, just do similar to what they do in the US. Just go to these what's it called? Stadiums.
I think I also think it's down to the individual players to put
the shit on.
Yeah, for the way that they brand themselves, I think there's a lot of work for stylists to help with footballers, individuals 100%. To become that. And I'll give a really good example. I know you want to say something funny. I'll give you a good example. Yeah, Benzema made his own brand of just being that guy. Just being that guy.
There are
all it takes is for a number of different footballers to take on that approach, and then the culture of putting that shit on. Everyone's gonna want to put that shit on to show that okay, this is me. This is who I am.
Yeah. That's the thing. I feel like there's two avenues which I can see it being taken down. I don't want to reveal it because I might do it myself. But I feel like there's definitely opportunity to see football players and show them in a different light and give them opportunities which probably wasn't there before. Like brand opportunities, sponsorships, seeing people show off their kind of style.
Do you feel like Declan Rice getting involved with Amélie Ondor, do you think that there's potential for that to...
I don't think that was right.
I feel like it was
right message, wrong messenger.
Wrong person.
Yeah.
Declan Rice is not the person.
He was not the person.
He wasn't the guy.
Not at all.
I didn't get.
You kidding me, bruv?
And it was very odd to me because I feel like they only chose Declan Rice because
it was popular at the time.
Because of Odumodu song.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, Amélie Ondor, Odumodu, Declan Rice. It's like it just
that we.
Yeah.
It's like one of you heard the songs.
This is why you need the right people hyping their song in the room.
Someone heard the song. Declan Rice. Let's get him.
Who do you think is the right English football player to represent any brand and just to bring that style element forward? Who do you think it is?
Do you know what? It's very hard for me to say because I don't watch football.
Yeah.
But if I was to watch football, or just give me let me do some research. No, I do not know a lot of football players like that.
What do you think about Jude Bellingham?
No.
Jude Bellingham,
he's quite tall. So I'm looking at him
from a style perspective.
From a style perspective, not easy.
I just think for the personality that he gives me, it doesn't give me style.
Doesn't give me style.
You'll
give me swagger.
You'll be surprised. Who's that guy that was going out with Laurie Harvey? And she broke his heart.
Memphis.
But
he's not English.
He's not British at all.
He's not English.
But we were talking about football.
I said English.
Yeah. Okay, so him. Okay, what's his name? Bellingham. He would work with a high luxury brand.
Yeah, he'd be like Hugo Boss to me, you know.
That's what I'm giving Hugo.
Declan Rice is for Hugo Boss.
No, he's not. Declan Rice is not for Hugo Boss.
Look, go on in.
Declan
Rice is an ambassador for Hugo Boss.
No,
with his slits in his eyebrows. Go and check.
I feel like...
Or is it the other one? Who's the other guy? It's not him. There's another guy.
I feel like there's a lot of work to be able to change people's thinking around
their perception.
And it's going to have to be from the stylist to do it. And
for sure. It's definitely
not going to be easy.
At all.
But it's going to be a lot of work because I feel like most of these football players, for me, there's a few of them that fit within that space of I can see you being someone that will be good for fashion.
Yeah.
But the things, all of them have the reach for it.
Do you know who I think could do it?
Who?
I think the person that could really inspire the fashion forward element of football is the guy, I don't know his name.
Reece Nelson?
No, I think his name is Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney.
Let me see.
I think he could do it.
Ivan Toney
He's got the swagger.
He has got the look.
Him.
He has got the look.
Okay.
Watkins.
Wait. The thing is about
Watkins can do it as well.
No. Ivan Toney, I don't think he can. The reason why I don't think he can, Toby, that other person you said
Ollie
he couldn't.
Watkins? Absolutely not.
Ivan Toney, do you know the reason why this guy couldn't do it? The only reason why...
I feel like he can.
No, he
I
couldn't.
really
Toby.
feel
No,
like he can.
No, he couldn't.
I really feel like
I'm not going to lie, he looks like Jigglypuff.
I think Ivan Toney can do it. Go
The
ahead.
reason why he can't, and the reason why I won't allow it, is only because you're looking at him from a looks point of view. I don't think this person can actually dress.
If
That's
I
an
may,
issue.
it's not about whether he can dress. It's about his swagger
And whether he can be dressed.
Yes, he can be dressed.
He's a bit too rugged.
If I may, that's racist.
Yeah,
Joking.
crazy, man.
If I may, I think that from what we've seen about him, I think his swag is there. The whole thing about him being super confident, just like facing forward, just me like da da da. I think the rep that he's got, the reputation that he's got, Ivan Toney, that is a person that I could see. You get him in some stylish outfits, he's gone.
I feel like
I get that.
He's gone.
I feel like we haven't seen. Well,
Yes, we have.
I have not seen too many players that can dress because I haven't seen it yet.
I will tell you.
Go on.
What's his name? It's not Sterling. Who's that player that used to play for Arsenal?
Sturridge.
Sturridge is not even in.
He's not about it anymore.
No,
He's not
he's not
around.
about it. But when Sturridge was playing football,
Yeah, that would have been a good time to do it for sure.
Yeah.
It would have been a great time to do it.
Nah, he's not about, man. He's not around.
of
no
course he's not about. But when he was playing football, he was the
could have done
stylish
it.
one.
He could have done it.
What I feel like there's many players that it's possible to do it. It's
Of
just going
course.
to take work to get it done.
Yeah.
Because we don't get to see that side of them.
Yeah.
I have not seen many players. I mean, really and truly, the only fixture you get to see of players nowadays is them wearing their club's branded costume, which is an Adidas tracksuit,
Now-
with a Louis Vuitton toiletry bag and a backpack. And that's all you get to see.
So can I say one thing as well?
Go ahead.
I think something that we also need to bear in mind as well is that the authenticity of it as well, because yes, you could style anyone, and yes, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like a stylist can make a football player look like £100 or whatever it is, but if we go back to people like David Beckham,
Yeah.
the reason why David Beckham became the icon that he was is because you
had
could
it already.
authentically see
Agreed.
that this guy was a stylish guy.
Agreed.
But the reason why I'm going to slap that out of the air is because look at the NBA. Not every single player in the NBA is a stylish person.
Okay.
Not every single player in the NBA is dressing themselves. They're getting stylists to dress them.
Can I say one
At the
thing?
same time, the NBA has only got to this point. It's because they put it in your face.
Let me say one thing quickly.
ahead.
The one thing that what you said, which was your point at the very start, is in regards to the NBA having a focus on fashion. Yeah. So yes, they had stylists, and yes, they were able to record the players coming through.
Yeah.
Cool. If we want to do that, we can do that. But what I'm trying to say is that if we want this to be what it needs to be,
Yeah.
there needs to be some sort of authenticity.
I do hear what you're saying, but I think in order to orchestrate anything, there has to be some element of force, because
Of course.
it's something that
new.
is new. We're trying to create a new culture
Fair,
of a thing,
fair,
and the
fair.
only way that we can do that, if we don't have that one person that's gonna, do you know what I mean, inspire everybody. Like David Beckham, he's how do I say it?
An anomaly.
Anomaly, thank you. He's an anomaly. I tried to do it again. He's an
JBC.
anomaly. Thank you. And so we can't just hope that there's going to be another David Beckham in our pocket.
Yeah, fair.
I feel like in order to create that culture, there are stylish footballers out there.
yes.
We just need to find the right stylish footballer with the influence that will be able to create that
spearhead.
culture.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel like obviously the first person that we're going to look at are people within the England squad, because they've got the most limelight. And then we can start looking at people within the clubs and the immediate Premier League clubs.
Not necessarily.
And the one thing that we've really got to deep here is that I don't know if there is that much of a I need to figure it out, because in football, when they do come to their training ground, they come to matches, they're all decked out in their sponsorship.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
There's
And
not much time.
We don't know if there's some sort of contract clause which says they have to do that.
Yeah, for
but
real.
really and truly, if that can get out of there, it would be what the NBA is, because ultimately players try their best to style up what they're wearing, but if that's the only thing you can wear, then that's a roadblock there.
Yeah.
But what about during training and stuff like that, on the way to training? I feel like if there was a space that was created, hear me out. If there was a space that was created where,
Be
now
careful
say
now.
for example,
Ideas
I've got it. If you've got a training ground, right? They go to training. We see them drive up to training. We always see videos like that when they're in their cars and stuff. Yeah. If someone's wearing a really nice outfit, the paparazzi won't just stay for the cars. They'll also stay for the clothes. So
They just
that
don't
will
get
be
shown.
because they're not wearing anything serious. If they see that as the opportunity, okay, this is the time I'm going to dress up, and like all of them start doing it. Of course, the paparazzi are also going to turn their focus to what they're wearing as well. So in terms of when we're talking about the NBA players, when they're going through the tunnels, no one would take pictures of them going through the tunnels if they're just wearing tracksuits, right? So in the same way, an opportunity just needs to be created where they're wearing outfits and they're being showcased.
But then at the same time, it needs to be at a place where the showcase is. The showcase is not at the training ground. The only time, anytime the training grounds get any limelight is when it's the World Cup or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
true. They're
not going to general match games, training grounds. So it has to be at the main event, which is the game day. And really and truly, I feel like that is the best opportunity, because even if they're if they're playing an away game, there's a coach bus ride, and they all come hop off the coach. They start walk into the stadium.
But many of them are wearing suits.
But this is the thing: there's an opportunity there. If it's not something where they have to do it, and it's just something which is more preferred, then that can be changed. That is an opportunity for them to show themselves. And if any of the players wanted to be one of those players that was like, okay, since I don't have to do that, I'm going to be the person to try and make my style come to the limelight. Everyone else will fall in line. Everyone else will be like, yo, he's doing it, I can do the same thing too.
They might need to all start making these Benzema videos.
For real. Like, they need to build it up, and I feel like that would be the best place to do it.
Maybe there just needs to be a culture shift in football.
That's what
I
I'm
think
thinking.
That's a big thing as well.
Yeah.
Because like I said, going back to the Ferguson days, like obviously I'm not saying that this is what it is at the moment in time, but there was a real push for them to look uniformed, for them to be focused and all that type of stuff. And if that agenda is still in place, then yes, the player needs to shift, but also the culture for football needs to shift, which I feel like it's doing at this moment for having people like Kenny that are involved in Crystal Palace and stuff like that. But I feel like there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we've come to the end of the episode, but I did want to ask you guys one question.
Okay.
So going back to LVMH and Arnold. Yep. What is one brand you feel like this guy will either catch next, or do you think he needs within his conglomerate of businesses? I already know which one it is.
So one brand that LVMH should acquire.
Should acquire. And I already have one in mind.
Go on.
Hermes. But the reason why it's a bit of a... He already owns a stake in them.
Oh, fair.
He owns 22.4%
Mad.
of Hermes.
Hermes is a very, very good choice.
What's yours, Kesi?
I don't have one. I was gonna say quite a bad one, and I don't. No, I don't. I don't even like it. I don't even think it's a good option.
one?
And can I just say one more thing?
Go on.
Their sales have gone up by 13.5%.
Which is interesting because every other luxury brand has slumped completely.
It's crazy.
I think underconsumption doesn't apply to brands like Hermes when the value is so
When a
high.
bag is 15 bags.
And it just
Supposedly
increases.
even the resale prices or Birkins
The
have gone
resales
down.
are
It's
insane.
even more.
They've gone down.
Oh, they've gone down.
Oh, really? It's even more.
Okay, underconsumption's still working.
but-
Go on, what was yours?
Mercedes.
Benz.
Wow.
Oof.
Yes.
I never thought about him owning a car brand.
I feel like it's time for him to diversify.
'Cause
And that would be nuts. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Louis Vuitton seats.
Fuck, man.
I know people are going to say that sounds
That's
tacky.
so right. That's so
It sounds
Congolese.
tacky.
Sorry. But,
It sounds
no,
tacky.
but like Congolese. Sorry. Congolese.
Can you imagine?
Louis Vuitton, like leather type.
No,
Do
I
you know
get
what
it
mean?
because
Not even that.
What's their name?
If the
Trunks.
GLS came with trunks.
Trunks.
Yeah.
Or bags.
A little
But
Moe
you remember when
in the-
Pagani?
in-
You
no,
know Pagani's
alcohol.
on that did
Shouldn't drink and drive.
the Hermes Pagani.
It wasn't Pagani.
It
It
was-
was Bugatti.
No, it was Pagani.
Check your phone. It was Bugatti.
It was definitely Pagani.
Bugatti did
All right,
the
all right.
Hermes seats. The Hermes.
I remember the orange.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
orange and brown. It
Yeah, I
was
remember.
Bugatti. And that's what I was gonna say to you.
Mercedes is such a good shout.
Michael, it's Hermes. I mean, it's Pagani.
Okay, so that means they've done it for Bugatti. Because check.
Let me check.
No. Don't worry. Two can coexist. What's funny?
Tell me it's there.
Yeah, they did
thank
the
God.
white Chiron.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. But so
God.
I'm just thinking
Mercedes is
about. I
a
think
good
Mercedes
shout.
will be absolute.
Wow.
nuts.
Amazing. I didn't think about
I
that.
didn't think about that as well because even you said that was like Rolls Royce. They that would.
It's too. You
think so?
I think it's
too much of its own.
I think it's a bit too.
You
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah, I feel
Mercedes
like
is a really good one to
Rolls
That was a good
Royce Group is by itself. That's British heritage. No one needs to acquire them. They're doing their own thing. They're good there.
That's honestly speaking, Mercedes is the only brand I could see fitting in LVMH because I was even looking at like Volkswagen and all of that. It
No,
does not
too
work.
mainstream.
Way too mainstream.
And it helps that they're French. It ties in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toby, good job, man.
Toby, well done.
I don't even have a suggestion to give. Honestly, I think that's enough for the two of us.
I can.
Arnault to come to me because I can help you with your investment.
Yeah, man said diversification. That was
like
crazy.
that. I really like that idea, actually. Very, very smart, Toby.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That one spun me.
Yeah, I'm completely spun. I don't even
And
know
I'm
what
the
to
one
say.
that's wearing the shirt today.
Ow.
Okay. And with that, can we wrap up?
Yeah, man. We're done.
That was a really enjoyable episode.
Yeah, it
Very
was.
informative. Thank
Yep.
you very much. And Toby, that suggestion was really
Yeah.
I think it's the start of the
that's
show.
Going on
Do you know
snippet.
what?
That's going on a snippet.
Appreciate y'all.
That's going on
Good
a
job.
snippet.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, guys.
Yep.
It's been another episode. We thank God if you got to the end and joined us here.
Yeah, man.
You know where to find us on socials. You can search us on TikTok and Instagram by searching Happen Then Some.
Yep.
We said the hoodies are done, right?
The hoodies are done.
The hoodies are done. Yeah, we said that, by the way. Okay, cool. Just double checking. Yeah, you can find us on socials at Happen Then Some.
Damn bad.
You can listen to us.
Damn bad.
You can listen to us on Spotify, SoundCloud, or Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
SoundCloud. And you can watch us on YouTube. SoundCloud. MET, do you have any other business?
Guys, this is episode 153. We are hyping then some, and we're about to have a kid.
We are out.
Peace.
Peace.